Welcome along, folks. We are here at the Thunderbowl. It is the six-man state football championship. The number one Idalia Wolves will take on the number two Stratton Eagles. 13-0, Idalia comes in. Stratton coming in 11-2. Sitting next to Anthony Garcia to my right for Mile High Prep Report. How you doing this afternoon?
Oh, it's a great day. Anytime you get to watch some football and hand out some hardware, it's always a great day.
Absolutely. We're going to have a feed coming from our friends, the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Ben Blecka and Kerry Sherman on the call. Will be coming up in just a bit. This is your pregame. It is brought to you by, is it Next Level Packaging?
Yes, exactly. The Next Level Packaging bringing us the pregame for all four games that we're here to, are two today, two tomorrow here in CSU-Pueblo. And the walk up the stairs is a lot easier than it was last year at Dutch Clark Stadium, that's for sure.
Absolutely. We are on the visitor side here for this one. They're about 50 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to have your pregame here with us, and then we'll send you over to Ben and Kerry for their pregame. Your video, audio feed, whatever you want to call it, of course, is brought to you by Van Dyke Insurance and Rocky Ford for all your insurance needs. Go ahead and get a hold of Russ and the gang down there, 1601 Elm Avenue. They're always willing to help. And then, of course, the scoreboard that you'll see in just a bit, brought to you by 8Z Real Estate. You want to go ahead and give them their shout out.
Yeah, AZ Real Estate. When you need excellence in Chaffee County real estate, call Julie Kirsting, 719-395-7840, or visit juliekirsting.com. Best of luck to the teams this weekend in the state football championships. Well, yeah.
This afternoon, we'll come back. We will have on this podcast between Mile High Prep Report and RNN Broadcasting six-man state football championship.
Yeah, we're here for you. Live, formal, super fast net. Puts clear phone service to a local report. Keep your home network safe and secure from malware, intrusion, and cyber attacks with CCOM's powerful firewall router and CCOM IPv4. Give the sales team call at 719-363-1781.
Now open and serving the Arkansas Valley, welcoming new patients for all physical health needs. Located at 2215 San Juan, we're ready for your entire family's health needs. Call us at 719-363-1533 or visit aglandsfamilyhealth.com. Most insurances
are low. If you're turning to vaping, smoking, know that there is other help available. When you're ready to quit, My Life, My Quit can help. My Life, My Quit is a free and confidential program that connects people ages 12 to 17 with a coach who can help you take steps at your own pace. Text Start My Quit to 36072 or visit mylifemyquit.org
wants to help
to
you
learn more.
keep your vehicle on the road to follow your favorite athletes across the valley. Locally owned and operated since 1972. Rocky Ford Discount Tire offers more than just tires. They offer oil changes, general tune-ups, and complete auto repair services. Stop in and see them at 1601 Elm Avenue or give them a call at 719-25.
Graphic designer Sharon knows the dedication it takes to be a high school athlete and proudly supports them. For all your custom screen printing, embroidery, and letter jacket needs, give Graphic Designs a call, 719-853-6066.
First Insurance Services can help you with coverage on home, auto, commercial, and life. First Insurance Services wishes the best of luck to the athletes this weekend in the state football championships. With offices in Lamar, La Junta, Alamosa, and Los Animas. Give any of them a call to see what they can do for you. Good luck to the teams this weekend in the state football championships from First Insurance Services.
First National Bank Colorado is your hometown bank with locations in Los Angeles, La Junta, Rocky Ford, Ordway, Fowler, Monument, and Flying Horse, providing you banking convenience throughout the valley as well as in the Colorado Springs metro area. Best of luck to all area athletes in the games and in the classroom. First National Bank of Colorado, a better brand of banking since 1901, member FDIC.
Hard work is paying off for the Buena Vista Demons this season. If you need a hard-working realtor in Chaffee County, just call Julie Kirsting, 719-395-7840, or visit juliekirsting.com. Good luck to the Buena Vista Demons football team this weekend in the state football championship.
The Clothespin Laundromat at 17 East 3rd Street in La Junta is now under the new ownership of Caitlin Hansen, offering self-service and drop-off same-day service. Wash and fold, $2 a pound. Ironing and starching as well, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit cards are accepted.
For all your auto, home, life, farm, and ranch insurance needs, go see Crystal Provost at Farm Bureau Insurance at 515 North Main Street in Rocky Ford, or give her a call at 719-254-3368. Farm Bureau Insurance wishes the best of luck to the athletes this weekend in the state football championships.
Pipe Yard is your complete source for irrigation and plumbing supplies since 1973. Now serving 2 locations. From gated pipe to center pivot, your local thematic by Lindsay dealership, Pipe Yard still meets the many needs of farmers, ranchers, contractors, municipalities, government, and homeowners. Go visit those good folks at the Pipe Yard, 4 miles north of Rocky Ford on Highway 71, or the new location just a couple miles west of Grenada on Highway 2. Your complete supplier of irrigation and plumbing needs.
Back here at the Thunderbowl.
A6. Yeah, whatever they want to call it. Yeah. I don't know why they put the A in front. They should just say 6-man, but hey, how it goes.
Check, check. No, we have audio coming through the headset, but not through the mics. That's what's weird. It might be my mic. My mic. Does your mic work? Yeah, there. Now you have audio coming through. There you go. Alrighty, hey folks, we're back here. Sorry about that. Come first time jitters for the computers. There we go. Hey, we're
Course, led by a pretty young course still. I think more majority of juniors and sophomores. This Idalia team is, and something they've been building for, and it showed last year in the semifinals when they lost last year, and take that big step to get here to the state championship game, and it's showing as they had a pretty dominant run this year.
absolutely. They defeated Hanover in the first round 65-6, defeated Sierra Grande 56-7, and defeated Pete's, shut them out 52-0 in the state playoffs. They're on quite the roll.
Yeah, and it showed during the regular season as well. They played, they played a pretty tough schedule, one of the tougher schedules in 6-man, and they come in, rolling this year. They've scored 787 points and given up just 135 in 13 games is unreal. In 6-man, it's 10.5 or 10.2 points per game is unreal for Idalia for their defense, and offensively they can score points in bunches, and I think that's going to be key. Idalia keep scoring, keep running the ball. So
absolutely. Hey, we're going to switch over the players to watch. We're going to start with you, so you go ahead and give us your take on those two.
My players to watch we'll start with Idalia. Has got to be Gabe Kechter. He's been the heart and soul of this offense. I think he finally broke 100 carries on the season, but he's like third in 6-man in rushing. He's got a ton of rushing yards. Pretty sure he's third in the state in rushing. He's definitely my player of the game for Idalia, and for Stratton, it's got to be their running back Drew Fox. I know a lot of the offense goes through Von Eisenbart, but Fox definitely has carried his share of runs this year. I think he's over 200 carries. He's up there in running as well. He's top 5 running as well. But those are my two players to watch today.
And then mine will be for Idalia number 12, Hayden. Is it Drulinger? Drulinger?
Drulinger, I think.
Drulinger. He not very effective on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side though, 31 tackles, solo tackles, 24 assisted. He has 4 interceptions. He's caused 3 fumbles this season for that Wolf defense. For Stratton, I mentioned your guy Von Eisenbart. 93 for 187 passing, 1,458 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns. He's only thrown 5 interceptions. 13 carries, 149 rush yards, 3 touchdowns for him. He's a stud on the defensive side of the ball too. 62 solo tackles, 47 assisted. He has 14 tackles for loss this season. 15 interceptions to his credit, and he has caused 3 fumbles. So the Stratton defense got to step up big against that Idalia rushing game.
Yeah, and I think for both teams, I mean it's 6 man. We're going to see points scored, and I really do think if Stratton's going to pull this upset, they've got to be able to score. And they've got to be able to keep up with Idalia. I know this is Idalia's first time playing in the state championship in 15 years, but it's going to come down to that. Can Stratton keep up with Idalia's scoring? If Stratton can get going, I think they've got to get big passing plays from Eisenbart. If he can complete some big passes and loosen up the run defense, then you might see Drew Fox go off for a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, moving on. Now we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do our piece of the game real quick, and then we'll send you over to Ben and Carrie with their pregame in just a bit. 6-man state championship football game. Idalia and Stratton will be coming up in 39 minutes right here, part of R&M Broadcasting and Mile High Prep Report's coverage of the state championships.
First Insurance Services can help you with coverage on home, auto, commercial, and life. First Insurance Services wishes the best of luck to the athletes this weekend in the state football championships. With offices in Lamar, La Junta, Alamosa, and Los Animas. Give any of them a call to see what they can do for you. Good luck to the teams this weekend in the state football championships from First Insurance Services.
CCOM, we're here for you. Reliable, affordable, super fast internet, and encrypted clear phone service with a local support. Keep your home network safe and secure from malware, intrusion, and cyber attacks. CCOM's powerful Deepest Fire Blast router and CCOM ID. Give the sales team call 719-363-1781. CCOM, your local in the provider.
First National Bank Colorado is your hometown bank with locations in Los Animas, La Junta, Rocky Ford, Ordway, Fowler, Monument, and Flying Horse, providing you banking convenience throughout the valley as well as in the Colorado Springs metro area. Best of luck to all area athletes in the games and in the classroom. First National Bank of Colorado, a better brand of banking since 1901, member FDIC.
For all your auto, home, life, farm, and ranch insurance needs, go see Crystal Provost at Farm Bureau Insurance at 515 North Main Street in Rocky Ford, or give her a call at 719-254-3368. Farm Bureau Insurance wishes the best of luck to the athletes this weekend in the state football championships.
Thunderbowl, where we are getting set for the 6-man state football championship, Idalia and Stratton. We're going to move on. Anthony has some keys to the game that he wants to bring up. So we'll bring those to you right now.
Yeah, I think for Stratton, it's can they get the passing game going? They're going to run the ball. That's their true identity is running the ball. But can Eisenbart get that passing attack going? Really, I think if they can get the passing attack going and open up the running game, you might see Drew Fox have himself a huge game. And then for Idalia, it's pretty simple. Run the ball. Run the ball is the key for this Idalia team. They live and die by running the ball. Of course, they love their physical style of football. Coach Kechter has told me that specifically. They want to be physical and they want to win up front in the trenches.
Absolutely. And then both of them, right? I was paying attention, but I wasn't paying attention.
I got you. It's all right.
Hey, we're going to move on to mine. For Idalia, you got to ride what brought you. You got to stay with that run offense that brought you to the big dance. Don't stray away from it. Don't let Stratton dictate which way this game is going to go. You got to be in control from the start. For Stratton, you got to stop the run, like I mentioned before. Idalia averages 251.5 rushing yards a game. Last time they played, Idalia ran for 407 yards against them. You got to control those backs. You got to force them to change their game plan. You got to make them throw the ball more than they want to throw the ball. So That's the game. That's those things. The previous matchup, as I mentioned, was September 26th at Stratton. Idalia won that one 80-32. The Wolves ran for 407. They threw for only 99 yards in that ball game.
Yeah, I think you said it. I think that is key, and I'm trying to pull up, but you know, that's why it's pulling up basketball stats. What are we doing? You look at Kechter running against Stratton in that game against Stratton. He ran for 300 yards on just 11 carries.
300 of the 407 yards they had total.
Yeah, on just 11 carries, he's averaging 27.3 yards per carry and 5 rushing touchdowns. He is key to this whole Idalia offense. Like I said, you got to be able to, if you're Stratton, you got to stop him. And like I said, I think this could be a pretty physical game. It's going to have to be. I don't think neither of these teams got here without having to play physical football. And look at that Shrine Wells Stratton semifinal game. What a game that was. Yeah. So, you know, both teams coming with some good momentum, and I think this should be a good one.
The lone loss came this year to Idalia in that 80-32 defeat earlier in the year. We're open for a good one here today. 35 minutes to go. We're gonna take a quick break, and then the next thing you're gonna hear Ben and Carrie with their pregame. They'll set you up for it. They know a lot more than we do about these two teams.
Oh yeah, you know they're definitely two of the best in the business when it comes to their broadcasting, and I'm excited to listen to their call as well and watch some great football here in Pueblo.
Absolutely. Hey, look, Carrie, join you guys again for halftime when that comes about. You're listening to the Six-Man State Football Championship right here, a part of R&M Broadcasting and Mile High Prep Reports coverage of the state championships.
If you're feeling stressed, anxious, or worried, you're not alone. If you've been turning to vaping or smoking, know that there is other help available. When you're ready to quit, My Life, My Quit can help. My Life, My Quit is a free and confidential program that connects people ages 12 to 17 with a coach who can help you take steps at your own pace. Text Start My Quit to 36072 or visit mylifemyquit.org to learn more.
Aglands Family Health now open and serving the Arkansas Valley, welcoming new patients for all physical health needs. Located at 2215 San Juan, we're ready for your entire family's health needs. Call us at 719-363-1533 or visit aglandsfamilyhealth.com. Most insurances accepted.
Graphic Design in Sharon knows the dedication it takes to be a high school athlete and proudly supports them. For all your custom screen printing, embroidery, and letter jacket needs, give Graphic Designs a call, 719-853-6066.
Rocky Ford Discount Tire and Auto Care Center wants to help you keep your vehicle on the road to follow your favorite athletes across the valley. Locally owned and operated since 1972. Rocky Ford Discount Tire offers more than just tires. They offer oil changes, general tune-ups, and complete auto repair services. Stop in and see them at 1601 Elm Avenue or give them a call at 719-254-3391 for an appointment to get your car ready for winter driving.
Hard work is paying off for the Buena Vista Demons this season. If you need a hard-working realtor in Chaffee County, just call Julie Kirsting, 719-395-7840, or visit juliekirsting.com. Good luck to the Buena Vista Demons football team this weekend in the state football championship.
The Clothespin Laundromat at 17 East 3rd Street in La Junta is now under the new ownership of Caitlin Hansen, offering self-service and drop-off same-day service. Wash and fold, $2 a pound. Ironing and starching as well, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit cards are accepted. Pipe Yard is your complete source for irrigation and plumbing supplies since 1973. Now serving 2 locations. From gated pipe to center pivot, your local thematic by Lindsay dealership, Pipe Yard still meets the many needs of farmers, ranchers, contractors, municipalities, government, and homeowners. Go visit those good folks at the Pipe Yard, 4 miles north of Rocky Ford on Highway 71, or the new location just a couple miles west of Grenada on Highway. Your complete supplier of irrigation and plumbing needs.
Hey girl, what's your name? So I can hear, I can't hear a thing. We down at Margie Bar, telling stories if we had one. Some
against last week. So you have to be really proud of what your defense accomplished in the semifinals.
Yeah, Peach is a very talented team, and will be a very good and very talented team next year as well. One of those days, it went our way, and it didn't go their way. And my coaching staff, Dylan, does a real good job, and we're very fortunate to be them.
Yeah, you guys early on in the ball game came up with some really big defensive stops. Obviously, that first drive was helpful for you guys. What impressed you most about your defense? Because I know that's one area you've not really been able to consistently have on the field because you've been up so big. Your defense really seemed like they showed up in a big moment last week. How do you think they did best?
I thought they stayed in their lanes really well. I mean, Pete was really good at RPOs, sweep passes, and then they're really good at cutting back. And I felt like we took away the cutback lanes, and we were close enough to the receivers to make it a challenging throw. And then we were getting pressure on them pretty quick. So I think all three facets worked really well: just angles, coverage, and then pass rush.
Yeah, you guys this season have really been able to do a lot of things right on a lot of different areas. You don't go 13-0, you don't have the success that you have this year. On the offensive side of the ball,
More of it than anything else.
yeah, one, and when you talk about seniors, you have a true group of seniors. This isn't like one or two guys, although it's not a massive senior class. I think they all are very important in their role on the team. Hayden and Carson and Edward. I mean, they're all different types of leaders, but I think you kind of need each of them to truly be as successful as you are, right?
Yeah, they all provide. They're all very valuable. I mean, Hayden's our safety. He's been our safety all last year. He's He's a sure tackler coming up. They get by the first and second level. He, in coverage, he's good enough to break up passes, pick some off, and then challenge a lot of them. I mean, he's pretty scrappy. He's going to find a way. And Carson's scrappy too. Carson's, no matter where you put him, you're going to get a full effort. If he's got somebody to block, he doesn't care if the guy outweighs him by 100 pounds. He's going to give it everything he's got, and he's going to find a way. And Edward, and as far as I'm concerned, Edward's the best offensive lineman in the state. He's a great kid. He's very, very intelligent. I mean, very intelligent, and it's fun to run behind him. It's fun to talk to him, blocking schemes. I mean, we let this group be a part of how we game plan as far as O-line, and they really buy into it. And a lot of that's because of Edward, because he's very dominant up front, and he's a fantastic kid to boot.
Well, and how important is that football IQ? Because you can be physically gifted. You can do whatever your coach is telling you, but that football IQ is almost the real reason for your success across the board, not just the seniors, but everybody. It really seems like that football IQ has trickled down across all your classes.
Yeah, it's very valuable, and it helps with, coaches having sons in there as well. We've been around it their whole lives, but it is contagious. By far the smartest group we've had as a whole. We've had some smart kids all lives, but there's a lot here. And I'll say the same thing for Stratton. I mean, Stratton's football IQ is very high. I mean, Vaughn, you almost watch him going, okay, what's he going to do now to outsmart you? He's incredible back there. And there's some other kids as well that are very intelligent on the team. So it's exciting to get it played in.
Well, and that has to be cool as somebody who is as entrenched in six-man football as you are, from playing to coaching at multiple schools now, to see we always talk about Eastern Colorado. We've always got the teams in the title game, but it's because we have a true football community, which is not something that other areas of the state, even some of the metro areas, have.
Well, it's six-man my whole life since I was in middle.
On your young men about this experience, given that you already know what's coming and what might be important. What are some of those things you're trying?
Fun with your best friends. So that's what I try to put into them. Just remind them it's just a game, and to go out there and play hard and have some fun with their buddies.
You guys have already played Stratton this year, but you know that the Stratton in November is a different Stratton than what you saw in September, and hopefully you're a different Idalia than what they saw. What are some of the things you learned from that first game that you have been able to hone on to improve upon yourself and improve, knowing that maybe you were going to get another meeting with Stratton in the playoffs?
Yeah, I had that feeling all along. I mean, even we beat them, and the game was closer than the score. There's no doubt, and you can't. What gave us the most is we've never beat them. So just that being able to beat them and the kids that know they can beat them, I think that was probably the biggest thing. But as far as taking things away, I coach offense and Coach McCollum does defense, and for Stratton, and he is extremely intelligent and smart, and he's going to find a way. He's changed a lot of things on his defense since we played him. I mean, they're running stuff I've never seen run before, and they're doing a fantastic job of it. And it's a lot to prepare for, and I know they'll do a fantastic job. And then as far as offensively, our defense against their offense, we kind of know who they are. They have new wrinkles. We have some new wrinkles, but we just got to stay. We got to stay disciplined. We got to be able to pressure. We got to stay with our guys. Six-man defense. You have one guy mess up, you're in trouble, and we just got to stay disciplined and not let the moment be too big for us.
That's Toby Kecker, the head coach of the Idalia Wolves. Coach, thanks so much for your time, and good luck this week.
All right, thank you, Ben.
Get the good stuff. Don't miss out on the Black Friday sale at Napa Auto Parts in Burlington. Receive 10% off everything in the store, excluding already on sale items. Brands like DeWalt, Craftsman, Carlisle, and so much more. Get a little holiday shopping for Dad or for yourself. Get all the tools you need for those do-it-yourself projects. And don't forget to pick up a gift card. Napa Auto Parts Black Friday sale at 1712 Rose Avenue in Burlington. Napa. Get the good stuff. With MCC's Integrated Health Program, you can earn your Qualified Behavioral Health Assistance Certificate in 6 months and step directly into the field. Full scholarships cover in-state tuition, fees, and materials. You can focus on training, not expenses. After 1 semester, you'll be ready to advance to the Integrated Health Coach Certificate and keep building your career. Apply today. Start changing lives tomorrow at morgancc.edu/wellness.
November, during Lung Cancer Awareness Month, Keith Memorial Hospital reminds you every breath matters. Our respiratory therapy team provides advanced care close to home, including pulmonary function testing and screenings that help detect lung issues early. Whether you're managing COPD, asthma, or want to check your lung health, we're here to help you breathe easier. Early detection saves lives, and compassionate care starts here. Keith Memorial Health. Caring for your lungs, caring for you. Visit keithmh.org.
3 days of deals you don't want to miss. It's Baumgart's 3-day deals. This Friday through Sunday. Find exciting toys for the kids, powerful tools from DeWalt and Milwaukee, and top clothing brands like Noble Outfitters, Ariat, and Carhartt, all at amazing prices. Keep your pets happy and your livestock thriving with Baumgart's exclusive feed. And don't forget Cyber Monday, December 1st for even more great deals at Baumgart's.com. Baumgart's 3-day deal this Friday through Sunday.
November is National Gratitude Month, a time to celebrate, give thanks, and show appreciation to others. That's why Vince's GM Center in Burlington is hosting their 3rd annual Thanksgiving event. Throughout November, Vince's will donate $100 to a local nonprofit for every new or pre-owned vehicle sold. Buyers can choose from featured organizations like Prairie Cultural Revitalization, Kid Carson County Buyers Club, or Prairie Family Center, or select their own cause. Learn more at vincesgmcenter.com. Vince's GM Center in Burlington, thankful for over 40 years of selling cars and grateful for making friends for life.
Taking you into the sports across the eastern plains of Colorado. This is Eastern Colorado Insider.
The Stratton Eagles coming into the six-man football championship game on the heels of an absolute thriller, 28-24, the win over Cheyenne Wells last week. I'm joined by head coach Jesse McConnell. Coach, you score in the final 20 seconds and you come up with a defensive stop. Walk me through that sequence from a coaching standpoint and what your guys did well to be able to get you the win and get you here.
Yeah, they did a great job. I think the start of that drive, I think there was like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, somewhere around there, when we got the ball. And, we didn't want to score too fast. Obviously, the priority was to score, but, Coach Thompson, he did a great job calling plays where, we're still trying to run the ball. In 6-man, 2.5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
So, we wanted to put a drive together where they didn't have a lot of time. So the kids did great, just not panicking, not looking at the clock, seeing that we're behind and that the clock's ticking down, and just try to execute best their ability. And they did a great job with that.
One thing in six-man football, and over the last several years, you guys have been primarily a running team. But I've watched your stats this year and listened to the games we've covered on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. You guys have really developed yourselves a very solid passing game this year, and obviously rewarded with the go-ahead score being through the air with Vaughn Eisenbart. He's done a great job as a passer this year, hasn't he?
Absolutely. Well, and we got some good athletes and some good receiver-type kids, and if you got a quarterback like Vaughn Eisenbart, I mean, you can't just run the ball every single play. So you definitely need to develop a passing game, and they've done a great job with that. Obviously, we know we got to be able to run the ball to win. But yeah, he's done great. You got a kind of ball in the senior's hand that's done so much for us. We got to give him a chance there at the end of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And of course, then because of you guys having a passing game, you're probably practicing against the passing game. So kind of handy, right? That final stop there to be able to use your defensive acumen in the secondary to come up with that shutdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And we knew what they were going to do because, they got Corey Hill, that big old kid. He's 6'7", whatever he is. That's how they scored their other touchdowns, throwing up to him. So we knew what was going to happen. And the second to last play, they tried a hook and ladder on the sideline, and Judd Eisenbart just saw it. Wasn't something we've talked about or nothing. It was a good play call, and Judd made a heck of a play. So that was really big for us too.
You guys had a stretch early on in the season where you took the loss to Caliche, you took a loss to Idalia, who you will be playing in the championship this week. What did that little stretch there, 2 losses in 3 weeks, teach you about your team?
A lot. These kids just want to grind and get better. They're resilient. They showed me that because season went a little different than it has in the past, and even the games we won, I mean, we had to battle. there's a lot of battles we went through this year, injuries, some sickness stuff we went through, counting on some younger guys to step up too. And they just have been resilient all year and don't listen to any noise and just, play their best and try to play their game. And they've done a great job. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, you've had 4 games decided by 20 points or less this year, which is not Stratton football in recent years.
Yeah.
You guys have been very, very dominant. So that has to be maybe a little bit different for you guys as the coaching staff on the way you approach games and even practice, right? Knowing that these closer games are coming for you guys.
Yeah, and it's been great. The boys are in great shape. They like I said, they've been through battles every single week. We always tell the boys you're gonna get the opponent's best. They want to beat you guys, and they've really grown up because of that. So it's been fun to see. It's been fun to see. There at the beginning, yeah, there was some faces where they were concerned on what was going on, but I just tell them this is what real football is. You got to play in close games, and I think that was a big reason they didn't panic this last weekend is because we've been through those battles before.
Well, what is it about Stratton football come November? I mean, this is 9 straight years in the state championship for you guys.
Yep.
Even all the way back to when you were in school, you guys were making deep runs every year, even before you were there. What is it about November that changes in Stratton football?
The tradition, a lot of support from the parents. The parents are always great. Just like this weekend, I haven't had to make any plans. They take care of it for me, and breakfast for the kids and food for the kids, and the kids also. I mean, I've been blessed with great kids, the whole time I've been coaching, and Coach Thompson, Coach Horning, they do a great job too. It's fun, if you come to a semifinal game in Stratton, you can just feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Not before fans even get there or we start warming up, you can feel the energy. I mean, you see green and white flags hanging on houses and on the streets, and it's a fun place to be in November for sure.
Well, and it's got to be cool to share the coaching experience with guys that also did it at Players, right? I mean, your entire staff graduated from Stratton.
Correct. Yeah, Trey Thompson, he does offense for me, and he graduated with me. We've been, best buddies since we were 4 or 5 years old. Coach Horning was a senior when I was a sophomore, so we all played together and wore the green and white. So it's really fun to be a part of it on another side too.
Yeah. How do you make sure from that standpoint as coaches who understand how special it is to be where you are playing Thanksgiving Friday? How do you make sure that the guys don't take that for granted, even though you're in this title game for the 9th year in a row?
Yeah, you just got to soak it in, and I tell them that's a new team every year. It's different faces, different personalities. They're different teams. So this is our last game as this team, and we got to soak it in and enjoy it and have fun with it. Football's supposed to be fun, and it's just a game. Obviously we want to win, but enjoy it with your brother. Soak in the atmosphere when we get there, and just go out there and have fun.
Well, it's not like you're having to prepare for a team you don't know this week, right?
No, but it's even what they're going to do. They're tough to stop. So it's going to be a good challenge for us.
Yeah, for sure. So let's break down the defensive side of the ball first for you guys. What does Stratton have to do to be able to slow down? Because I don't think you can stop, but how do you try to slow down any offense in 6-man, let alone one as talented as Idalia?
Yeah, you got to stop the run first, and try your best to prevent big plays. That's something we talk about every week. Yeah, like you said, in 6-man, if you can make people put drives together instead of just scoring on big ones, I mean, that's name the game for defense at any level, right? Just preventing the big plays and make people not make mistakes and put drives together, and I think that's a big key for us.
One of the reasons you guys have success in the postseason is that you succeed on the offensive end. In close games, obviously, as was the case last week. What do you need to do? I mean, you guys put up 32 points. I think that's the most anybody scored in Idalia this year. What do you need to do to get the points necessary to hoist that title this week?
We got to take care of the ball. This season we've turned it over a lot more than I've wanted to. So we got to take care of the ball and be able to run the football. That's the name of the game also. But yeah, if we can take care of the ball and win the turnover battle, that's a huge thing for us.
That's Coach Jesse McConnell from the Stratton Eagles. Good luck this week, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Haldy's Ready Mix has concrete perfect for residential and commercial projects. From foundations to driveway, Haldy's Ready Mix has your concrete covered. But Haldy's Ready Mix doesn't just offer concrete. They're also a proud AGI Sentinel commercial retailer, delivering top-notch metal building systems. So whether it's concrete for a residential or commercial project, or an AGI Sentinel metal building, trust Haldy's Ready Mix. 719-346-0352, west of Burlington on Highway 24.
Your car's been good to you. Now it's time to return the favor. At Grant's Garage Auto Repair, we're not just about fixing vehicles, we're about keeping you rolling with peace of mind. We handle everything from light-duty cars to diesel pickup with professional quality and a hometown smile. Whether it's routine maintenance or major repair, your vehicle is in good hands. Don't just trust any shop. Trust the one that treats you like family. Call Grant's Garage at 719-342-3027 or visit us at grantsgarageautorepair.com. Grant's Garage Auto Repair, with professional quality and hometown service.
This is Tim Anderson of Gordon Insurance, and we are proud to support all of our area athletes. With offices in Lyman, Callahan, Flagler, Sterling, and Kit Carson, we offer all types of insurance, including home, auto, commercial, farm, crop, life, bonds, and workman's compensation. We are independent and thus can offer you multiple choices of companies, not just one. Call or visit the office near you, and one of our agents can take care of you. See all of our contact information by going to www.gordonins.com or call me at 719-740-1361.
Your dream home shouldn't just look amazing, it should be built to last. At Fat Puppy Construction, they specialize in custom barn dominiums that bring together comfort, style, and the unbeatable strength of post-frame construction. From wide-open living spaces to a home shop combo or a design that's all your own, as an authorized WIC buildings dealer, they handle everything from planning to finishing touches. And with financing available, getting started has never been easier. Call Fat Puppy Construction at 719-349-4613, serving Colorado, Kansas, Wyoming, and Nebraska.
For over 50 years, Shaw Drilling Ltd. LLC has been the trusted name for domestic irrigation and stock wells, plus windmill repairs, solar conversions, stock tank installations, and waterline trenching. Serving Burlington, Goodland, St. Francis, Wheeler, and beyond, Shaw Drilling offers expert craftsmanship and 24/7 emergency service. From well drilling to water system maintenance, Shaw Drilling keeps water flowing. Call 719-346-8032 or visit shawdrilling.com.
On the left side of the 18, he fires it in, just up over the crossbar.
Eastern Plains sports coverage now on air.
Bumps that far side, Marrero, she'll tip it short. Conchi comes up to get it. Ulrich sets it at the net for Santa Mosso, blocked, and it's in the net.
We're passionate and local fans of our athletes.
Great drop by Shaw. He's got three receivers in the pattern looking down the middle. He's got Haldy in stride. Nobody's going to catch him.
All season long.
Diving up near the netting, and a bumper, he'll be run over from Klinger. Chased up high by Helling. Step far side, Yunke. Huge hammer down the line for the kill.
Local sports like no one else on V104 Burlington.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Ed and Nita DeRose Thunderbowl in Pueblo. It's time for state championship football here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It's time for the six-man title game. I'm Ben Blackbell alongside Kerry Sherman. Our pregame show brought to you by Morgan Community College. Start your associate's degree, continue your education, or get your specialized certificate. Visit morgancc.edu. Kerry, this is kind of the matchup that you thought was going to happen from the very beginning of the year. When Stratton took the win against Cheyenne Wells, you kind of knew that Stratton was probably that team that had the opportunity to unseat Idalia, who's looked virtually unbeatable all year long.
It's one of those matchups you just hope for in the final match. And you look back at the first meeting and you go, oh, boy, that was a blowout. I don't think that the rematch is going to be follow the same suit. I think we've got two teams who are peaking at the right time, and this one should be a dandy.
Yeah, the first meeting between these two teams was 80-32 in favor of the Idalia Wolves, and I think the Idalia Wolves had a classic Idalia Wolves game in that first one. The Idalia Wolves came out, and they got out early, and they controlled the game, which is what they've done to virtually everybody they played this season.
It was 30 to 16 at halftime, or it was I don't remember the specifics, but it all started with a kick return for a touchdown by a freshman. It changed the momentum quickly in the game, and then it was big play after big play for the Wolves.
Well, and I think when we look at the prep for this one, the key to the contest brought to you by American Family Insurance and Jerry Harrell at 424 14th Street in downtown Burlington. Insure your home, auto, life, and dreams. The key to the contest is that explosive nature. We'll take a break, and we'll talk more about that next. Six-Man Football Championship on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
3 days of deals you don't want to miss. It's Baumgart's 3-day deal. This Friday through Sunday. Find exciting toys for the kids, powerful tools from DeWalt and Milwaukee, and top clothing brands like Noble Outfitters, Ariat, and Carhartt, all at amazing prices. Keep your pets happy and your livestock thriving with Baumgart's exclusive feed. And don't forget Cyber Monday, December 1st for even more great deals at Baumgart's.com. Baumgart's 3-day deal this Friday through Sunday.
Plains Heating has been serving eastern Colorado and surrounding areas for over 40 years. Call on Plains Heating for all maintenance and repairs to install top-of-the-line heating, cooling equipment, and more. Plains Heating strives to give you the best service, installation, and repairs, covering all your home's comfort systems, from boilers and furnaces to air conditioning systems, water heaters, furnaces, and even duct cleaning. They even install and repair geothermal. Call Plains Heating at 719-346-6040. We all have dreams. Dreams give us something to strive for. But once you realize them, you want to make sure your dreams are covered when life happens. With home insurance, auto insurance, farm and ranch insurance, American Family Insurance, Jerry Harrell at 424 14th Street in downtown Burlington will align you with the proper coverage. Get a quote to protect your dreams. Call 346-9524 and set an appointment to protect what matters. Jerry Harrell with American Family Insurance, inspiring dreams near you. KC Electric Association is a nonprofit, member-owned cooperative providing electricity to eastern Colorado with affordable prices. They continue to be a huge supporter of local sports and academics. KC Electric encourages everyone to participate in helping our youth grow into and thrive as strong adults. KC Electric, empowering you, empowering your community. A Touchstone Energy Cooperative member. Visit kcelectric.coop today to learn more about the power of your electric cooperative.
Award-winning sports coverage with B104 Burlington.
And we'll look back into the Thunderbowl at CSU-Pueblo. We have a microphone, but it's obviously exceptionally hot as we come back for the six-man football championship between the Idalia Wolves and the Stratton Eagles. I'm Ben Black alongside Kerry Sherman. I mentioned it, Kerry, going into our break. Key to the contest brought to you by American Family Insurance. The explosive play is key for both of these teams in this game.
And it starts with their lead running back for each one. And young Mr. Gabe Tector for the Idalia Wolves comes in 24 yards away from 2,000 on the season, 39 rushing touchdowns. On the other side, Drew Fox for Stratton is just short of 1,700 yards on the ground and 32 touchdowns. That's not the only way that these teams get those big plays. They do it in the passing game because they run the ball so well. Play action pass sets up beautifully for them, and they both are dangerous in the return game on kick returns, punt returns, and interception returns.
Yeah, interception returns, and then, of course, those big special team moments that we talked about as well. I think that's one X factor that this Idalia Wolves team has been able to use all season long. Freshman Bodie Monahan has really shown that he is the next great Idalia Wolves athlete that has come in. He has been exceptional, and I think a younger guy as well for Stratton that has been in that same vein is in the starting lineup, and Judson Eisenbart. So it's not just these are senior-heavy teams. These are young guys that are really going to have an awful lot of success in this game.
Well, and when we talked about the leader for Idalia Tector, he's just a junior.
Yeah, I know.
Himself. So yeah, I mean, you'd say, oh man, this is a matchup we could see multiple years play out, but unfortunately it won't be because Stratton goes to 8-man after this season. But they've had some knockdown drag-out fights during regular season and that, and we need to just savor it.
Yeah.
We've got ourselves something special here today.
Yes, this is the last time we will see Stratton as a six-man football team. They will be an 8-man football program heading into next year. And of course, they've been in this title game 9 consecutive years. Idalia won the coin toss and deferred, meaning they'll take the ball in the second half. Stratton will be going from the end zone to our left to our right, and Idalia, our right to our left. Our starting lineups are brought to you by Haldy's Ready Mix. From foundation to driveways, Haldy's Ready Mix has your concrete covered. 719-346-0432 for top quality concrete. For Idalia, Carson Helling, Broderick Kite, Gabe Hector, Yasiel Estrada, and Edward Keller, and I skipped over Holden Sainer, the sophomore there as well. For Stratton, it is Vaughn Eisenbart, Drew Fox, Paxton Mills, Judson Eisenbart, Gavin Reese, and Philip Horning. Those are the offensive starters. Each team does have a few different faces that come in defensively. Hayden Grulinger for Idalia is one of those key names that comes in. And both these teams, they're not just going to play 6 or 7 guys. We're going to see 10 or 11 guys all day long.
They'll roll out their depth, and they'll show it right on the opening kickoff. You're going to have some names not familiar. Well, really, right now you've got an Austin Wycombe on the front line for the Stratton Eagles, with Drew Fox as the deep man.
It's 47 degrees outside as we kick it off at 1:31 p.m. in the Mountain Time Zone here at the Thunderbowl in Pueblo. And the Idalia Wolves in their maroon home uniform, silver lids with the maroon wolf on the side, kicking from our right to our left. Stratton in their road white with the green S on the side of their helmet. Green pants will be receiving the kick, going from our left to our right.
Facility a little near and dear to your heart.
Very near and dear to my heart. Less than a quarter mile away is where I spent 4 years becoming the broadcaster that I am, honed here at Rev 89, and it's very special to come back here because this game is actually also my 250th football broadcast on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Very excited to be able to have this game as that milestone.
Finally got her all teed up and about ready to send it away. Colby Morris.
Colby Morris putting the boot into it as we get ourselves with 10 on the clock going for this 6-man title game, and he hits a little squibber that is bounced back and fielded for Stratton by Drew Fox. Inside his own 20, he slips free for a moment and out to about the 28-yard line. That's where the opening possession of this game will go. 1st and 15 for Stratton at their own 28.
First quarter action today presented by Stratton Equity Co-op. You have a power-up opportunity with premier agricultural products at the Stratton Equity Co-op.
Vaughn Eisenbart will lead the team to the line of scrimmage. The senior signal caller under center, split backfield behind him. That's Justin Eisenbart and Drew Fox. Vaughn takes a snap. Sweep pitch goes to Drew Fox to the far side. Fox caught in the backfield and tripped up by Carson Helling. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 14.
A lot of times when they come out in those split backs, they're going to run it, a toss one way or the other, with the second man getting that toss, that time Fox.
Vaughn Eisenbart gets the play from the sideline. Faye Thompson, the offensive coordinator for the Stratton Eagles, back to a tie-dye formation. Justin Eisenbart, the fullback. Drew Fox, the tailback. Hand off on the draw, and he's drilled. Bounces off the tackle from Kechter, but 3 guys there to swallow him up. Fell forward for a gain of about 3 on the play. 3rd down and 12.
Ran right into a brick wall. Nobody fooled on that one. Still able to show a little bit of strength and then balance all forward.
3rd down and 12. 3rd and 11. Ball spotted up at the 32-yard line. In splits either side. 3-man line, empty backfield. Vaughn takes the snap. 5 yards deep. Pressure coming. Drops it off on the line of scrimmage to his end. And not fooled there at all was Broderick Kite. He's able to pull down Gavin Reese. Forward for a gain of about 3 on the completed pass and lead to a potential punting situation.
Yeah, they just needed a little more time. The pressure got the ball out of the hands of Vaughn just a half a count earlier than he wanted to. And Kite made a great one-on-one tackle.
Carson Helling heads back to return at his own 10-yard line. Stratton punting on the opening drive of the game. Beautiful kick. Inside, fielded at the 8. Helling pops free, throws a stiff arm. Gets out near the 20 where he is pulled down by Vaughn Eisenbart. Nice punt, nice little return. 1st and 15 for Idalia, their opening possession with 8:02 to go in this first quarter.
In that early feeling out stage, you go ahead and flip the field, get that field position in your favor, and see now if your defense can make it stop and get you the ball right back.
First and 15. All walk to the line of scrimmage by Carson Helling as he is under center. Kite and Kechter split in the backfield. Kite to the right, Kechter to the left. Snap and the pitch will go to Kite. Broderick pops free and gets wide open. The Red Seas parted and he's off to the races. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Idalia. 60 yards to Pater.
I think everybody was expecting the first touch to go to Kechter, and they broke a little tendency right there and took it. Big play. And wow, there's that explosiveness.
You expect Gabe Kechter to why not throw a little wrinkle in there and let Broderick Kite take it to the house. 7:52 to go. One play on the touchdown drive, and lining up to kick are the Idalia Wolves. That's Vincente Patella that will be doing the kicking. He puts the boot into it and drives it wide left of the temporary upright. So it's 6-0 after our opening score of the game in favor of the Idalia Wolves. One play on the touchdown drive for Broderick Kite.
And that's presented by Burlington Home Storage. Stop to shop today on West Highway 24 in Burlington. That miss was of note because Patella had hit on 25 of 27 since taking over the kicking duty from Colby Morris.
I saw Idalia early on in the season, and Colby Morris was the kicker then.
He hasn't been too shabby.
No.
35 of 53. I mean, in six man, that's remarkable.
Absolutely, and that is a key part to the game, and I think a key thing that you can keep an eye on. You're Stratton, yeah, you got shook with a one-play touchdown drive here, but get right back to it. Don't get yourself on your heels. That's got to be the focus right now. Get yourself a good return as Morris puts the ball on the tee to line up and kick it off.
They've been punched in the gut before. They'll respond.
Morris hit a squib his first time, does the second time as well. It's fielded by Wycombe. He drops down at the 32, 33-yard line. That's where the second round for the Stratton Eagles will go after going 3 and out on their first drive, 1st and 15 from their own 33.
Smart play by Wycombe, not trying to do too much with it. Your first objective at that front line is to get a block, and then if the ball is short, make sure that you get it, not them.
They just had to shut off the video board because they were putting the wrong yardage on there. Empty backfield, Von Eisenbart under center. Takes the snap, sweep pitch for Fox out of the far end. Not fooled defensively. There's Broderick Knight once again. Forward for a gain of 3.5 or 4 on the play, on the carry.
That's one of those bread and butter plays for Stratton. And then you got to be alert because there's a screen off of it, there's a bootleg, and then there's a fly pattern off of it.
Second down, and we'll call it 12 with 7:25 to go in the opening quarter. 6-0 Idalia leads Stratton. Base eye once again as Von Eisenbart goes center. Judson the fullback, Drew Fox the tailback. Snap, show the handoff, counter to the far side for Fox. Slipped his way past midfield, maybe a yard farther. Gain of 5 on the play, and that will bring up a third down.
Helling got the heel and just held on to it until he brought him down.
Ball at the 39-yard line of Idalia. First play in opposing territory for either team. I'll let 3rd and 7. 3rd and a long 6. Power line, backed in, far side, ace back, under center, Von Eisenbart. Pitches to Fox on the sweep and penetration from Gabe Kechter. Pulled him down for a loss of a yard on the play. Tried to change the eye angle and still got the penetration from the Idalia Wolves defense.
That's a new look that they've shown just a little bit of in the last couple of weeks. That loaded line to one side.
Loss of a yard on the play will bring up 4th down and 7.5. Idalia will go for it. Stratton will go for it. Now right at midfield. 2 ends near side, down in near side of the line. Under center, Judson Eisenbart. He will pitch back to Von Eisenbart. Von eludes pressure with RPO, gets down the field, has a first down and then some. shoved out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A gain of 16 on the first carry of the ball game by Vaughn Eisenbart, and a first down for Stratton.
Told you on the way down that they started giving him a little more run-pass option, and it took to the second series to see it, but that might be what gets them kick-started.
Just got yourself that first down on the fourth down conversion. 5:49 to go, first quarter, 6-0 Idalia. Ball on the 24-yard line of the Idalia Wolves. Back under center, Vaughn Eisenbart takes the snap, handoff, counter up the middle. And a maybe missed block by Grady Stearman, who was the senior in at fullback as opposed to Judson Eisenbart. Allowed that to be blown up by, once again, Broderick Kite. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 14.
Idalia's doing a great job of tackling, just being fundamentally sound here early in this contest. Not quite halfway through it, the first quarter.
2nd and 14. Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Judson Eisenbart up in near side of the line. Ace back is, once again, Drew Fox, who gets the pitch, run near side, and blown up. How about that? Edward Keller was the tackle that just blew up that counter block on the near side from Judson Eisenbart. No gain, 3rd down.
I think Edward Keller is one of the most underrated players in six-man this year. He's one of the most dominant linemen, both offense and defense, and he has been a huge key for Idalia throughout.
Edward Keller could play college football. There's no doubt in my mind.
Big kid.
Empty backfield, up ends, both sides of the line. Vaughn takes the snap, looking to pass on 3rd down and 14. He'll air it down the middle of the field and intercepted. Coming across, Aiden Grulinger on the pass intended for Haxton Mills. And the interception pulled him into the end zone. But there is a flag on the play.
They rough him. That'd be the only thing. There was nobody back there. Hold on, Judd. Okay. First down.
So they decline the holding call. We do have the access to the official's microphone.
It was when they had those two receivers coming out right before they broke. Somebody gave a little tug on the back of the jersey of Reese, who was going the opposite way of the play. May have gotten away with one.
So 1st and 15 to the Idalia Wolves will be the result after the interception. Helling will go under center. Up 6-0 with 4:26 to go in the first. Pitch goes back, counter to the near side. Hector, and he's gobbled up. Nothing doing. 2nd down and 14.
Reese and Judson Eisenbart combined on the tackle. That's what they were looking for on the first play of the game, that tight house.
There we go. Our microphone's fixed now to be able to give us a little bit of crowd noise, so it's not just you and me talking all day long.
Really good crowd on hand, especially right underneath of us for Stratton. Idalia's still filtering in.
Helling under center, 2nd down and 14. Maybe 15. Didn't get hardly anything there. Pitch to Hector, who slips out to the near side. Bounces back up the middle, and he's off to the races. He's past midfield, but they stopped the play. There's no way he stepped out of bounds. He wasn't close enough to the near sideline.
I don't know why there would have. I'm befuddled.
Keller ended up on his backside and pulled a Stratton Eagle down with him, so that was going to come back anyway. So it's holding on Idalia. They get Broderick Kite on that holding call. I'm still unsure why you stopped the play in the middle of the play.
Yeah, because I didn't hear a whistle, but the way Hector acted, there had to have been one. Because he wouldn't just stop on that, not knowing something had happened behind him.
The hold happened at the 19, so it will be half the distance technically, so a 9.5-yard penalty. They'll go just inside the 10-yard line. So it becomes 2nd down and 20 after the holding call with 3:32 to go in the first, and the Idalia Wolves backed up nearer their own goalpost.
Big play for Stratton's defense here. You can keep them in a hole, keep them behind the sticks.
Now the officials are going to be called in again. Agreed to the Stratton fan below us.
I mean, the only thing I could think of is if they're talking about maybe what down it is, but it's definitely
It
second
was
down.
definitely second down. Hector bounced to the near side, a holding call.
Yeah, because he just signaled second down both ways.
So they start things up. So it was the clock running. That's the question. So yes, it's running. 3:10 to go. Second down and 20. Helling under center. Snap, pitch back to Kite, who airs it out down the field and underthrows his intended target, Holton Stainer. Third down for the Idalia Wolves.
High coverage from Judson Eisenbart on that one. Also, you got to be alert there because that was the option off, pitch available off of that play as well. And Stratton did a good job of staying home on the pitch man, Hector.
They definitely came in with a game plan to shut down who will be the six-man football player of the year this year. He has been that good all year long, over 5,100 career rushing yards. You got to find a way to try and at least slow him down.
Figure that he hasn't played a lot of second halves.
Up in near side of the line, it's Stainer. Helling, ace back is Hector on third down and 20. Hand off to Hector. He slips to the near side. 3 Eagles on him. 3 more come in and pull him down after a gain of about 3 on the play. That will bring up a fourth down, and a Strat player is down and injured. And the Idalia Wolves immediately take a knee here in this first half.
Looks like Fox.
East Memorial Hospital wants you to experience healthcare that's not just local but personal. They're one of our many sponsors that help make our broadcast possible here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network on KNAB.
If that's Fox and he's not able to come back, that changes the game plan considerably for Stratton.
It happened in the championship game last year against Cheyenne Wells as well, was it?
It was
Judson?
Well, it was Stockton Phi who went down first, and then right at the end of the third quarter, Von Eisenbart going down when he pulled down Big Corey Hill on top of him.
Yeah. So Coach McConnell was out right away to tend to his injured player, and now the trainer across for the six-man football championship matchup of 2 East Central teams that played during the regular season. We had coverage of that on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, and it'll be the final football matchup between these programs as Stratton will be in the Plains Conference next year.
And we'll get to see a couple of their future league mate matchups.
We have, fortunately, a on-field reporter who is taking our pictures, Miss Stacy Blecka, and she said it's his left arm that he injured from field level. He'll be helped to the sideline. Maybe it's a shoulder of some sort that is injured there as well, but that's going to change the dynamic. Austin Wycombe, the junior, will come in his spot.
Offensively, you likely move Judd Eisenbart to your tailback, and Grady Stearman sticks in at fullback.
You're going to have to immediately go to offense because Idalia actually does have a punt team. I wasn't certain that they did.
I think they punted twice this year.
So they will punt on 4th and 17. It is Broderick Kite that puts the end over end into it. It is fielded by Judson Eisenbart at his own 32, shoved out of bounds at the 38. And that's where the second drive of the game, or third drive of the game, will begin for the Stratton Eagles, as they went 3 and out and then turned it over on downs on their first 2. A 37-yard line with
2:28 to go in the first, and Idalia leading 6-0.
See if that, Stearman is out there now, like I say, at the fullback spot. You got Judd Eisenbart, who has over 400 yards on the ground this season, so it's not like you're going with chopped meat. But it's like
Justin's going to be the end, and Stearman will be the eighth back. Unbalanced line to the near side. Vaughn Eisenbart under center. He will drop straight back and look to pass, rolling to his left, airing it out down the field. He's looking for Gavin Reese, who goes up. Beautiful defense by Broderick Kite to tip that one away. Incomplete. 2nd down and 15.
Went up at just the right moment to get a hand in the way, and that you were looking right back into the sun on that play as well. But Kite, just a heck of an athlete, and he's having himself a ball game already here in the first quarter on his dad's birthday. Assistant coach Kyle Kite.
2nd down and 15. Split backfield. Pitch goes to Stearman, who runs the sweep far side. He falls forward for a gain of 2 on the play. And we'll bring up another 3rd down for the Stratton Eagles. They're 0-4 in this game.
Imagine you go give run pass option to Vaughn again here. How they picked up a first down earlier in that second drive.
0 for 3 on 3rd down. The interception last drive. They converted the 4th down into the lone first down of the game. It'll be Judson Eisenbart under center. Vaughn Eisenbart is the eighth back. Unbalanced line near side. Pitch back to Vaughn. Vaughn has RPO. He stepped away from one man and a second. No, you're not going to get away from Keller. Slings him down after a gain of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down again for Stratton with 84 seconds to go in the first quarter. Just inside Idalia territory at the 39.
He'd been able to set his feet and throw. He had Stearman open on the wheel route down the far sideline.
4th and 11. They went for it on 4th and 10 last drive and succeeded. We're good. I'm just neurotic.
Same.
Spread formation. End either side. Stearman far. Judson Eisenbart near. Vaughn Eisenbart takes the snap. Looking down the field to pass. He'll air it out and way over the head of Judson Eisenbart. Incomplete.
Rare miscommunication between the cousins on that one. They've probably thrown the ball back and forth 500,000 times over the years.
With the turnover on downs, we've had a 3-and-out, an interception, and a turnover on downs for Stratton offensively in Idalia. With the ball back, 46 seconds to go in the first quarter, leading 6-0, 1st and 15, right near midfield.
Even though it's just that 6-0, as you said, it feels like it's a couple of tackles on the season, and showed right there why. He's got a nose for the football.
Idalia does not have to run another play in this quarter if they don't want to. Game clock is at 18. Play clock is at 20, but they appeared to be running a play. 2nd down and 13. Helling under center with 7 seconds to go in the half. Hector dotting the I. And they get a flag, a false start on Idalia as the quarter expires. So that false start will back it up and should end the first quarter. Ball backed up to the 36. And that is the end of the first quarter. So we'll take it to break. 6-0 Idalia over Stratton. 6-man football championship on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
This is Jeremy Anderson, President and CEO of Farm Credit of Southern Colorado. As part of our cooperative business model, we provide annual patronage dividend payments to our customer owners, allowing them to further invest in their communities and expand their impact. I am excited to announce that for 2024, our board of directors has approved a cash patronage of $10 million for our customer owners. For over 100 years, Farm Credit of Southern Colorado has been providing financial services to farmers and ranchers in Colorado's rural communities.
Hi, Alan Roach for Farm Bureau Insurance. While other companies are pulling out of Colorado Farm and Ranch Insurance, Farm Bureau Insurance remains strong and committed to Colorado farm and ranch families, just as we have been since 1950. Contact TJ Powell, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent, to see how our new ag products can be customized to meet your specific insurance needs better than ever before. You deserve more. You deserve a promise. Call TJ Powell, 719-346-8177.
Local sports like no one else on B104 KNAB FM, Burlington.
Second down and 18 as we come back to the Thunderbowl. 6-0 Idalia with the lead over Stratton, and they start with the ball in quarter number 2. Hector throws a stiff arm, gets him.
They've got freaky fast service of your favorite fresh subs. It's down by Jimmy Johns and Colby today.
Helling goes under center, split backfield behind him, tight to the left, Hector to the right. Helling on first and 15, snap, pitch to Kite. Kite runs, stretch, near side, has the 20, has the 15, has the 10, has the 5, and the touchdown. Was he in?
I don't know. I think we've got a hold behind the play, though.
No signal at the goal line.
26 to offense. Single penalty.
So Gabe Hector whistled for the holding call on the Idalia Wolves, negating the touchdown as it appeared to have been run.
I wouldn't be shocked if they go to Hector on this play, give him a chance to make some amends.
The ball backed up to the 35-yard line now, first and 25 after the holding call. Second hold of the game on Idalia. Height got tagged for the other one.
Yeah, and that one would have been a touchdown for Hector.
Hector was gone.
They've hurt each other now.
Base eye, Hector fullback, or Hector tailback, Height fullback. Helling under center. Pitch to Hector, counter up the near side, tried to juke a man and did not fool Von Eisenbart. Fought forward for a gain of 8, but that was a great defensive play right there for Von Eisenbart.
One step, just waited for him to come to him and then just wrapped him at the knees and held on and got him to the ground.
Drew Fox has left the Stratton bench and gone into the locker room with what appeared to be a left arm or shoulder injury. Vaughn carrying a lot more load defensively. Second down and 17. Helling under center. Same base eye for him.
Bit by Gavin Reese. Set the edge and allowed his teammates to flow.
Third and 13. 6-0 Idalia. 8:32 to go in the first half of this six-man football championship game.
Hector's out this play.
Yeah. Ace back. Motion. Near side, that's Morris. Height was the quarterback under center, and I believe we had a delay of game. Fourth penalty for Idalia in this championship game. You can kind of tell the 15-year drought of being in this title game. There's a certain bigness to this game. I talked with Toby Hector about it, and he's like, it's just another day. And yeah, it is, but it isn't at the same time.
No, and when you're 18, 17, 16 years old, if you ask 18-year-old Toby Hector what it was like, I guarantee his response would have been different.
Up in far side, Morris is the ace back, now empty as Height takes a snap and drops back, looking to pass. Pressure coming in. Eludes one man and drops it off to Estrada in center. Estrada inside the 20, inside the 10, bulldozing inside the 5, down to the 4. Big man, let him eat.
Well, and Judd Eisenbart had him lined up and dropped the shoulder. Head went with it, and Estrada showing off the moves, give a little sidestep, and got himself an extra 12 yards.
They spot him down at the 5, so a gain of 22 on the play. First down and goal now for the Idalia Wolves from the 5-yard line.
Well, Brody Kite's just a big, strong kid at quarterback. You've got to hit low and wrap up. They hit high and did not wrap, and he was able to get loose for that pass.
Under center, Helling once again, split backfield. The pitch will go to Kite. Height drilled, fights forward near the goal line, but he's down after a gain of about 4 on the play. This might be the longest touchdown drive in Idalia's season. We're about set to run their 7th play, if they score here, I should say.
Mills got in there at the bottom of the pile to make the tackle, able to allow his teammates to come and fill.
Bodie Monahan in. The freshman on that line of scrimmage now as an end, or is he in the backfield?
He's in the backfield. Gabe is still being stretched out here. He's had a problem with cramping throughout his playing career.
Pitch to Kite. Kite lowers the shoulder and barrels in for the 1-yard touchdown run. Kite's second touchdown of the ball game. This one just from 1 yard out with 6:38 to go in the first half. It is now 12-0 in favor of the Idalia Wolves, and we have another Stratton player down. This time it is Brady Stearman, who came in for the injured Drew Fox.
Depth is going to be tested in a hurry.
I believe he was the initial contact when Kite lowered the shoulder to get into the end zone. He's begging to be helped up by the coach that is tending to him, and Coach McConnell will help him off the field. Looks like a left ankle or knee that he's dealing with there for the Stratton Eagles, as he's now helped off the field by Trey Thompson as well.
He's wanted to put weight on it, but it's just very ginger.
Yeah, you wonder, or you hope at least that it was a knee-to-knee, if nothing else. And maybe it's just a little bit of a stinger as he's helped to the sideline. So it's 12-0 with 6:38 to go in the first half. And Idalia, who just scored their second touchdown, will kick their second point after opportunity. Patella puts the boot into it, and this kick is up and good. So make it 14-0 in favor of the Idalia Wolves. 7 plays, 41 yards down the field, and the touchdown capped off by the second from Broderick Height, his second touchdown of the day.
Scoring drive presented by Mason Dental. They're located at the corner of Rose and Lincoln in Burlington. You can like their Facebook page for updates.
The Idalia Wolves, they're doing Idalia Wolf thing, although 7 plays on a touchdown drive. That is a long time there. Kudos to Stratton, but now down 2 guys, Brady Stearman and Drew Fox, although Stearman is still on the bench and being tended to. Kicking from left to right is Colby Morris in this second quarter. Judson Eisenbart back to return now that Drew Fox is out. Bouncer gobbled up for Stratton by Ryan May, and the freshman is pulled down at the 36, and that's where Stratton will start their 4th possession of the game.
Again, first thing, secure the ball, and then if there's room to go, go. But heady play by the freshman.
They spotted actually at the 37, 1st and 15. Now without Stearman, it is Gavin Reese in the backfield. Judson Eisenbart dotting the I. Vaughn Eisenbart under center, hands it off to Judson. Judson pops free far side and gets tipped down by Hayden Grulinger, but not before he gained 8 yards on the play.
Big lead block by Reese. Opened that seam for him to cut it back a little bit.
2nd down and 7 with Reese in the backfield. That'll mean there's a new end on the line of scrimmage. Vaughn Eisenbart goes center, I formation, 2nd and 7. Pitch back to Judson. Judson counters up the near side, steps out of one arm tackle, but caught from behind by Broderick Height, not before he gains 8. And another first down for the Stratton Eagles.
that may have saved a touchdown because he had got another downfield block from Vaughn, and there was nobody else. The Kite has been tackling his tail off, and it's Wycombe as the other end now.
Yep, joining the previous end, Haxton Mills on that line of scrimmage. Hornig still the center as Vaughn Eisenbart crouches under 1st and 15 at the 28-yard line. Handoff to Judson Eisenbart. He's forward for a gain of a couple on the play. 2nd down and 13.
Decker in on that stop along with Thainer.
Thainer will head off now defensively for Idalia. Up 14-0, nearly halfway through quarter number 2, 5:16 to go. Split backfield this time. Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Snap, pitch, Judson Eisenbart, lead block, stretch to the far side. He gets the 25 in toward the 20. Got all the way to the 20, a gain of 5. Might be the hardest working 5 yards you're going to see in the entire day.
Oh, and Bodie Monahan makes the tackle, and he starts off at the near side end and stretches that all the way to the far sideline to get involved on that tackle.
3rd down and 7. We're Stratton at the Idalia 20-yard line.
Already 4.5 minutes left in the half. Been moving quickly.
Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Ace back is Judson Eisenbart. Snap in the pitch to Judson, runs to his left and bounces back to his right, stepped away from a tackler inside the 15, lowers the hip and got near the stick. I don't know that he got the first down.
Just a little bit short from here.
Officials hovering over it, and they give it to him.
And that was Kite, who did not make the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
So convert the 3rd down into a 1st down.
Testing out that ankle is Grady Stearman on the near sideline.
Stearman, the senior, does not want to exit. He's talking with Coach McConnell about trying to come back into the game. But what ain't broke doesn't need fixing right now for Stratton. Reese will be the fullback. Judson Eisenbart, the tailback. 1st and goal from the 12. On Eisenbart, handoff to Judson Eisenbart. Lowers in there. What about that defensive line work for Idalia to hold that to a 2-yard gain?
That collision was Reese and Kechter right at the line of scrimmage, right in the hole. Just 2 big bull rams going at it.
2nd and goal from the 10, 3:50 and counting to go in the 1st half. They'll put Reese on the line of scrimmage in that bunched end formation to the near side. Ace back is Judson Eisenbart. They'll stretch pitch, and Vaughn will be the lead blocker and pop him free. Inside the 5, throws a stiff arm and pulled down by Hayden Grulinger using that stiff arm at the 3. A gain of 7 for Judson Eisenbart. Bring up a 3rd down and goal from the 3.
That's a very necessary drive here. You've got to cap it with points.
8th play of the drive that started near midfield. They've already converted 1 3rd down, now looking for a 2nd. Stratton Eagles have Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Ace back once again is Judson Eisenbart. Snap in the pitch. Judson gets a lead block from Vaughn, but Helling stepped right to the left of Vaughn Eisenbart and allowed Kechter to come in and pulled that to no gain on the play. 4th down and goal for the Stratton Eagles.
You've got a kicker who's very good in raising a wah, but I think you need 6 here.
Yeah. Gonna spread Reese out to the near side. Slot end far is Judson Eisenbart. Vaughn under center. And Coach Toby Kechter says, hold up. We have not prepared for this.
No, this is we know the formation, but not with this personnel. And it's a good use of a timeout. You might as well get one in there. Make sure you've got it all properly defended.
Mason Dental is your trusted dentist in eastern Colorado and western Kansas at the corner of Rose and Lincoln. Thanks to them. Thanks to TJ Powell from Farm Bureau Insurance at 719-346-8177 for your quote today. Give him a call for making our broadcast possible and giving us a chance to make the trip down to Pueblo for this championship Friday. We'll be on 94.5 The Ranch and 945theranch.com. Tune in radio at 5 for the Plains Conference title between Haxton and Akron.
That's a rematch from last year that Haxton got. Akron got them in the regular season this year. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I was very excited for both of these games today. We're going to have some great football, and this one is not disappointed. Stratton out of the Idalia timeout has 4th and goal from the 3-yard line, down 14-0. Same formation, slot in.
That's Wycombe.
Split in this time, Wycombe, so they change up. Looking for the sweep. Now dropping back and throwing back near side for Wycombe. Got the throw in for the touchdown. 3-yard throwback from Vaughn Eisenbart to the junior Austin Wycombe, and he tiptoes it in for the first threat to score the game.
Roll right, throw back left, and Helling unable to dislodge it. That was great hand strength from Austin Wycombe.
Was only playing because 2 starters are injured, and the kick is up and true for the Spanish exchange student, Bryce Nobois. So 9th play of the drive, 43 yards. With 2:09 to go, it is now 14-8.
Starting to get into some drives like what I'm used to seeing with the Burlington Cougars.
I know, right?
14 plays, 17 plays.
Our social media manager, Stacy Bleck, is my daughter, and I have spent the last 2 years essentially covering 6-man football exclusively. I'll do an 8-man game here or there, but when our school, Kalichi, went to 6-man football, I've spent a lot more time with my kids in high school seeing much more 6-man football, and she's been dating a boy from Keith for a while, so we've gone out and done Keith games, and she was in Idalia last week, and she helped you out on the Burlington Lyman game a month or so ago, and she's like, Dad, I don't know that I've ever seen an 11-man football game in person outside of the Broncos game that we just gone to. I was like, oh, yeah, right, we're from the plains of Colorado.
It takes me forever to get back out of 11-man mode when it's time to do some 6-man.
So Stratton after the touchdown, they trail 14-8. Little squib kickoff will be gobbled up by the Idalia Bulls, and Jace Morris inside his own 30 takes it back to near the 35, and that's where the Idalia Wolves will start their 4th drive of the game. But with 2:02 to go and 2 timeouts, you're not going to have as much time to be able to unfurl a longer drive here from your own 31. You have 49 yards to pay dirt. The first play offensively of the game from Broderick Kite went for a touchdown. He's the fullback. Gabe Kector's the tailback. Helling is under center. Snap, pitch, tight, option, out to the near side for Kector. Kector near midfield, shoved out of bounds on the chase down by Vaughn Eisenbart.
Mills did what you're supposed to do when you're defending the option. If you go into that quarterback, or in this case, the running back who's running the option, and even if he lets it go, if you're within a step, you make them pay. And he hit him and still got back in and nearly had a chance to get involved in a tackle had Kector stayed in bounds.
Gave him 9 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Split backfield with 1:56 to go in the first half.
I think Spearman's back at nose.
Snapping the pitch to Kector. Kector caught by Eisenbart, who shot through and allowed him to go nowhere. That is the 4th carry today that has gone for 4 or fewer yards by Gabe Kector. I don't think he's had 4 carries less than 4 yards all year.
No, I mean, at this stage in the game, the first time around, he was over 200 already.
3rd down and 6. Idalia has converted 1 of their 4 third downs. That was the touchdown last drive. Snap, pitch, back to Kite, who throws it back to Helling. Helling makes the catch, caught but spins his way out of bounds right near the first down marker.
Looks to be with that spot. That should be a first down.
Needed 6, got 6 1/3. And a third first down in the game for the Idalia Wolves.
And Idalia gets the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, so you can go 2 for 1 here, up 14-8.
74 seconds and the clock stopped.
Helling under center, I backfield, dotted by Gabe Kechter. He takes the snap and the pitch, bouncing out to the near side, and up the sideline he goes. Kechter to the house. It's a house call for a touchdown.
Kite got the kick out block and gave him the seam all the way in. And right up the middle of the field, you had Estrada with a pancake of Von Eisenbart.
34 yards to Pater with 1:07 to go in the first half. Make it 20-6. A chance to make it 22-6 on the kick of Vicente Batella.
Brody Kite snapped it, and Trace Weezer is the holder.
Ball down, kick up, drilled, good. The 2 for 3 on points after kick. Make it 22-8 in favor of the Idalia Wolves after a 4-play, 49-yard touchdown drive capped off by the 34-yard touchdown run from Gabe Kechter, his first score of the game.
Drive summary presented by S&E Sales and Service. They've got the equipment that can withstand the hard work that you put in every day.
Impressive work by that offensive line again for the Idalia Wolves, because you just cannot get the penetration to shut down their counter work. I mean, they just do everything perfectly. Von Eisenbart, who's blown up the previous play, they didn't let him go 2 in a row.
See if Morris is able to get a good squib kick in here and maybe give Idalia a chance to recover it.
Judson Eisenbart back inside his 10 to receive it, and they'll actually kick it end over end to him. It's bounced and fielded at the 3-yard line. He works up the far side. He's countering back and finding that line. He'll get outside the 20 to the 21-yard line, and that's where Stratton starts. And now with 58 seconds left and all your timeouts remaining in this first half, you're going to You need to score now. Where you're kicking off in the second half, you have to get a touchdown and only be down a touchdown going to the locker room.
It's looking like Idalia is starting to figure something out offensively. And if you do not do something here, you go in down 2 touchdowns, be down 3 before you see the ball again.
Ace backfield with Judson Eisenbart, bunched in to the near side, led by Gavin Reese, who's now the fullback. On Eisenbart, the pitch to Judson Eisenbart. He bounces off a one-man, caught from behind by Hunter Grulinger. He yanked down for no gain.
He had some success on that last drive, cutting back across the formation, that time sniffed out by Hunter.
No timeout from Stratton. You gain some yardage there. Maybe you work it. Now you look for a big explosive play. They'll bunch the ends to the far side of the formation. Vaughn under center. He'll pitch back to Judson under center. Back to Vaughn. Throws it back to Judson. Throws a stiff arm, but Helling catches an ankle and pulls him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play.
I think they'll take this clock down to just a couple of seconds and maybe take a timeout here to get one last play.
2 seconds to go in the first half, and it'll be a Hail Mary for the Stratton Eagles.
Vaughn has the arm to do it.
Well, and these are the big play moments that we talked about in our pregame show. You have the opportunity to do something that, I mean, there's no preparation for this. This is not like you've got, to the end zone. So it wouldn't surprise me if there isn't some sort of hook and ladder action here on what amounts to be 3rd and 9.
That's what Cheyenne Wells came out with late in that
That center goes Judson Eisenbart. Vaughn Eisenbart will be fielding the pitch back. Vaughn to his left. Lead blocker is Judson. And shoved out, but not before time expires. He got the first down on a gain of 12. But I think they were trying to get a little bit closer, was Stratton, before halftime came to a close. So we head to halftime with the Idalia Wolves leading the Stratton Eagles by a score of 22-8. We'll take a break, crunch some numbers, and have our halftime show next. You're listening to Six-Man State Championship football action on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
3 days of deals you don't want to miss. It's Baumgart's 3-day deal. This Friday through Sunday. Find exciting toys for the kids, powerful tools from DeWalt and Milwaukee, and top clothing brands like Noble Outfitters, Ariat, and Carhartt. All at amazing prices. Keep your pets happy and your livestock thriving with Baumgart's exclusive feed. And don't forget Cyber Monday, December 1st for even more great deals at Baumgart's.com. Baumgart's 3-day deal. This Friday through Sunday.
Looking for a smart way to start college? At Morgan Community College, you can earn a high-quality associate degree and transfer to a four-year university, saving time and thousands of dollars along the way. MCC offers a wide range of transfer-ready degrees and flexible class formats to fit your life. Plus, with MCC's strong transfer agreement, you can transfer seamlessly into a university program when you're ready. Discover your future this fall. Visit morganmcc.edu/fall to register now.
Back here at the Thunderbowl, we are in the press box. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
All righty. I can't hear you for some reason, but okay. Hey, we're here at the halftime. 22-8. Number 1 Idalia leads number 2 Stratton in the six-man state championship. A game that was closer than we expected.
Yeah, I think Stratton came out with a really good game plan. They limited really plays of Idalia and did a much better job of making them go, 8 and 7 yards or 7-play drives, 8-play yard drives, making them work. And I believe, like Ben and Kerry said, I think that was only their second punt of the entire year Idalia had in this game. So Stratton really did a good job of flying around and playing really good defense.
Stratton actually doubled their offensive production there on that touchdown drive, 44 yards on that one alone. They had 34 yards total coming into that drive.
Yeah, I think they definitely found something working with moving or with the injuries they had. They lost Stearman, they lost Fox, but they moved Judson Eisenbart to the 3-back, and he's kind of changed the game for him a little bit. He's come in 9 carries, 40 yards, most of it coming on that drive, that touchdown drive, and he's kind of been the little bit of the difference maker in that second quarter.
Idalia started off the scoring quickly, 7:52 to go in the first quarter. They scored in 13 seconds on a one-play, 60-yard rush by Kite, and he just took off. He was off to the races before anybody even realized he was gone.
Yeah. I think they were all keying on Kechter, and the next thing you know, Kite's flying right down the middle of the field on that touchdown, and he's kind of been the difference maker. He's got 2 touchdowns already, 4 carries, 67 yards, and making multiple plays on defense and some big offensive plays as well. He's kind of been the big play guy so far.
The Wolves, again, like you said, would score again in the 6:38 point of the second quarter. A 3-minute, 22-second drive off 7 plays, 57 yards. They got their first point after to go in on that. They led it 14-0 at that point.
Yeah, and that's where kind of, that took a lot of time, and really only, 30 points scored in a 6-man game in the first half between 2 teams that can score. I think Stratton kind of slowed the game down a little bit and done a really good job of slowing it down, especially with their injuries. And they've had some kids step up and play some good minutes here in that second quarter after all those injuries.
Stratton would get on the board with 2:09 to go in the second quarter. A 4.5-minute drive off 10 plays, 44 yards, finally put in the end zone on a Eisenbart to Wycombe 3-yard pass touchdown.
Yeah, and Eisenbart having himself a pretty good, game so far. 32 yards rushing, 16 yards passing, and he's been key defensively. He's made a couple big tackles, and he's kind of blown up a few plays. But so far been the game, a very good game, and it's still anyone's game heading into the second half. If you've been seeing a 6-man game, I've seen 40 points scored in less than a minute.
Yeah.
So it's still anyone's game, and this is probably what Stratton probably didn't want to give up that touchdown there that they did at the end of the second quarter. But they're in this game, and they're gonna have, if they can get a stop to start the third quarter, Stratton's still very much in this game.
Absolutely, Idalia did score there late in that second quarter, minute 7 to go, pulling the old Bill Belichick, scoring before the half, getting the ball back in the second half.
2 for 1.
looking to go with that catcher on that one. A 34-yard rushing touchdown just came up the right side of the field and was off to the races. I have Idalia with only 7.5 minutes of time possession. Stratton has controlled the ball, 11 minutes of time possession. Just Idalia with the big play pops that we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, Kechter, he has 8 carries, 70 yards, but really he kept in check until he took that 34-yard touchdown run to the house. He was only at 36 yards rushing in the first half, and they did a really good job. And then he popped that 34-yard run, and now he's up to 70 yards rushing. And I think Stratton's done a good job of containing him. And if they can, like I said, if they can get a stop to start the second half, this will be a game.
Absolutely. Hey, we're going to get you back to Ben and Carrie. I'm pretty sure they have more insight for you in this ball game. They're talking over there. We'll get to their halftime report. This was your Otero County halftime report on the Mile High Prep Report, R&M Broadcasting scoreboard stream. Hey, we thank you guys for tuning in. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Let them know that this is going on. We have full coverage of this one. The 8-man game tonight. We'll have play-by-play coverage on the 1A and 2A football games tomorrow, which should be some good ones.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to those games.
So we'll get you back to Ben and Carrie. They're down the press box from us. We'll get some more insight from the professionals. We'll call them professionals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There you go. Hey, we'll be back here. Scoreboard stream brought to you by R&M Broadcasting and Mile High Prep Report.
First quarter. So you put it all together, and this could be, it could be a 1-touchdown game. It could be 4 touchdowns already here. I think it's just right around what we kind of expected it to be, that Stratton would have some issues offensively being able to maintain drives, and they have. I think in the second half you go to more run-pass option for Von Eisenbart.
I have a system that we utilize in blacketology called the Scott system, the statistical calculations of 2 teams. I've utilized it in football and basketball since I was breaking into broadcasting here in Pueblo. And the over-under, the combined score between these 2 teams was 73.5. We're actually below what I thought we would be scoring-wise at this point, and I think that's credit to both teams and their defensive acumen.
Yeah, when you start bringing out your numbers and your Scott system and your blacketology, the only thing that comes to my mind, first thing is the North Carolina School of Science and Math. Secant, tangent, cosine, sine, 3.1415149, whatever. I mean, all of that. It's just going over my head at times. But yeah, I think if they can keep this scoring down in the second half, Stratton has a good chance. But if Idalia comes out and pops one big early here in the third quarter and gets a stop, you have to start to worry about it getting out of hand and not getting what you want out of this trip.
We'll take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk about schematically, because we do have somebody that knows a thing or two about 6-man football in the booth with us. That's what he's going to put in my stocking this year. We'll talk about it when we come back. The Idalia will lead the Stratton Eagles 22-8 at half. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
3 days of deals you don't want to miss. It's Baumgart's 3-day deals. That's Friday through Sunday. Find exciting toys for the kids, powerful tools from DeWalt and Milwaukee, and top clothing brands like Noble Outfitters, Ariat, and Carhartt, all at amazing prices. Keep your pets happy and your livestock thriving with Baumgart's exclusive feed. And don't forget Cyber Monday, December 1st for even more great deals at Baumgart's.com. Baumgart's 3-day deal this Friday through Sunday.
Hi friends, it's me, Penny. And me, Violet. We know it can be hard to schedule that dental appointment. Sometimes people feel very nervous. But don't worry, our dad is the best dentist in the history of dentists. And Stephanie, well, she's a pretty awesome hygienist too. Take care of yourself this year and schedule that appointment. Mason Dental is there for you. Find us on the corner of Lincoln and Route. 719-346-5466. See you later, alligators.
This is Tim Anderson of Gordon Insurance, and we are proud to support all of our area athletes. With offices in Lyman, Callahan, Flagler, Sterling, and Kit Carson, we offer all types of insurance, including home, auto, commercial, farm, crop, life, bonds, and workman's compensation. We are independent and thus can offer you multiple choices of companies, not just one. Call or visit the office near you, and one of our agents can take care of you. See all of our contact information by going to www.gordonins.com or call me at 719-740-1361.
Western Engineering Consultants have been busy with new local projects that keep our community moving forward. Prairie Park ball fields for t-ball, softball, and baseball, the City of Brush Coney Bridge dorm improvements, an expansion to Petty's Park driving range, the Colorado Cold Connect project, and more in the works. From residential, commercial, schools, aviation, and more, there's no better choice for engineering than Western Engineering Consultants. Check them out online at westerneci.com or call Chad 303-913-7341.
Truck drivers, your health keeps you rolling. At Keith Memorial Hospital, we make your DOT physicals quick, convenient, and affordable. Nurse practitioner Donna March is certified to provide DOT exams, helping you stay compliant and safe on the road, whether you're local or just passing through. Schedule your next DOT physical with us and get back to doing what you do best, keeping America moving. Keith Memorial Health, compassionate care close to home. Visit keithmh.org to schedule your appointment today.
Christmas is coming, and the home store in Burlington is ready to help you wrap up your list. There you'll find Melissa and Doug toys for the kids, Duke Cannon product for the guys, and the perfect surprises in their women's gift corner. You need that perfect something? Gift cards are always a hit, and don't forget to check out top appliances from Whirlpool, GE, Amana, and Maytag, perfect for holiday upgrades. Stop by the home store, US 24 in Burlington, wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas.
The Eastern Plains Sports Network is B104 Burlington.
Back at the Thunderbowl in Pueblo, halftime, the Idalia Wolves lead the Stratton Eagles 22-8. So let's talk about our halftime adjustments. They're brought to you by J&J Irrigation. When you're looking for the rain, when Mother Nature isn't, J&J Irrigation in Ray has you covered. I think that the key to this second half, Kerry, is the interior work. Because when Stratton got penetration early in this game, they took Gabe Pector out of the equation, which is not something anybody's been able to do. And when Idalia's got that penetration from their big guys up front, there's absolutely nothing that Stratton can do offensively. It's those big boys that are going to be the key and the adjustment that needs to be made in the second half.
So far, the big boys that have been doing the most have been on the Idalia side, in the persons of Javier Estrada and Edward Keller especially, but they're also getting some help from their fullback, whether it's Kite leading the way for Hector or Hector leading the way for Kite. They're getting that, they're stepping into the hole, meeting that penetration and stoning it. The Stratton offensive line has not been able to do the same job as you've seen Kite and Hector and Helling coming up from a safety spot to make some tackles in the backfield and that. So if you're Stratton, you really have to stick to your fundamentals. You've got to know your keys. If somebody's lined up over me on this play, are we going here? Are we down blocking? Am I letting him go and kicking to the next level? How are you handling every one of those plays? Because you've not been able to establish the running game, especially without Fox. But I think, like you had said earlier when we were just chatting off air, Judd Eisenbart has been running the ball well.
Yeah.
And he has a chance to step up into possibility of making this game swing to the Stratton side of the column. But I still think that Von Eisenbart getting out on the edge on an RPO, two of their biggest plays have come off of that. I think you see a little bit more of that to counter what's happening up the gut.
Yeah, you have to be able to create some space in six-man football, and I think there's two coaches that kind of know how to do that. They're pretty talented players that have now turned to coaches, and Toby Kechter for Idalia and Jesse McConnell for Stratton. We'll take a break. When we come back, second half next, it's Idalia 22, Stratton 8 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
We all have dreams. Dreams give us something to strive for. But once you realize them, you want to make sure your dreams are covered when life happens. With home insurance, auto insurance, farm and ranch insurance, American Family Insurance, Jerry Harrell at 424 14th Street in downtown Burlington will align you with the proper coverage. Get a quote to protect your dreams. Call 346-9524 and set an appointment to protect what matters. Jerry Harrell with American Family Insurance, inspiring dreams near you.
Equitable Savings and Loan is proud to be sponsoring high school sports announcements and support our athletes. As fall and winter arrive, it's also a great time to review your home loan options. With over 70 years of experience lending in this area, they understand local property values, neighborhoods, and market trends. Stop by and speak with them. They're always happy to answer your questions and help you explore your financing option. Equitable Savings and Loan. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Yeah, you can get car parts anywhere, but you want them to fit. And getting them can cost lots of time and money. Selecting the right parts is the difference between getting the job done and, well, not. Weber Supply in Burlington offers the largest red, white, and blue parts eastern Colorado. Weber Supply is more than just an auto parts supplier. If it has wheels, they offer parts for it. Stop in Weber Supply CarQuest of Burlington on Rose Avenue or call 719-346-5395. And thank you for your continued support.
Western Engineering Consultants have been busy with new local projects that keep our community moving forward. Prairie Park ball fields for t-ball, softball, and baseball, the City of Brush Coney Bridge dorm improvements, an expansion to Petty's Park driving range, the Colorado Cold Connect project, and more in the works. From residential, commercial, schools, aviation, and more, there's no better choice for engineering than Western Engineering Consultants. Check them out online at westerneci.com or call Chad 303-913-7341.
S&E Sales and Service in Siebert stocks Titan West handling equipment. A local Kansas business, Titan West built a full line of cattle, horse, and bison handling equipment from working chutes to portable pens and is the home of OK Corral, and a portable corral you can take with you and set up anywhere. Titan West Working Chutes has been named the strongest working chutes that are built to last. Call S&D Sales and Services at 970-664-2452 for your Titan West product.
From family feasts to winter weather, Herman Lumber, your local Ace Hardware in Burlington, is ready to help this holiday season. Fry your turkey to perfection with our turkey fryers, oil, and seasonings. Brighten up your home with Christmas lights and holiday decor. Find the perfect gift for that hard-to-shop-for person in your life with our selection of hot sauces, rubs, barbecue favorites, Traeger smokers, Weber grills, and more. Stay warm with Milwaukee heated apparel, clear driveways with Eagle snowblowers, and freshen up your home with Benjamin Moore paint. Whatever's on your list, you'll find it at Herman Lumber in Burlington.
Award-winning sports coverage with B104 Burlington.
Back to the Thunderbowl in Pueblo as we head to the second half. It's Idalia 22 and Stratton 8. I'm Ben Blecka alongside Kerry Sherman, and our second half on the Eastern Plains Sports Network is made possible by Fat Puppy Construction Post-Frame Building. Built to last, Fat Puppy Construction, 719-349-4613. This has been what you hope out of a championship game. You don't want things to get out of control early in the contest. Obviously, you would have liked to have not seen the injuries that happened, especially to Drew Fox or Stratton. But I feel like Stratton has responded nicely to the adversity thrown their way.
Yeah, I said early that they've been punched in the gut before, and they know how to respond, and they have. They just haven't had the ball enough. Yeah, I mean, we've seen limited possessions from both sides in that first half.
Idalia Wolves are doing their warm-up, but interestingly, you're getting a field goal warm-up as well for the Idalia Wolves from Vicente Batella, who was 2 of 3 from points after he's actually kicking from the 10, so could potentially keep a 4-point situation in mind here in six-man football if you need that factor in this second half. This first drive for Idalia is going to define how this second half is going to go.
Yeah, I think they're just going to come out and just say, okay, here it is, stop it. And it's going to be Kechter as often as they can go. And then if they aren't able to get anything going with him, then you go ahead and counter with Brody Kite.
Kite in the first half, 29 yards passing, 67 yards rushing. So his total yardage that he's gained in the first half was 96 of his team's 176. Gabe Kechter with 78 of that. It's not very often that Gabe Kechter gets outgained.
Yeah, where he's playing
in a ball game.
fiddle.
Yeah.
But, we when you throw in what they've done defensively too, I know we haven't been tracking full defensive numbers, but Kite's got to have 10 tackles or more right now, and Kechter's probably up around 7 or 8. He usually leads the team in that category and leads them this season there. But Kite is just playing a special ball game so far.
Yeah, no question about that. They put the extra 3 up there for us to head to the second half. Again, an invitation for you to join us on TuneIn Radio and our 94.5 theranch.com when we head to the 8-man game, which kicked at 5, pregame at 4:30 today. You and I will call that one together. It's kind of become a tradition. You and I do these games together ever since the COVID year.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun. We were just talking earlier this week that we started our first game together was the 6-man championship in 2011, and we were just thrown together. I think our good friend Kevin Schaefer just said, "Hey, you guys might work well together. Do it."
Yeah, and we did,
and it worked out pretty well. I think I've come a long way from then, and I appreciate all of the effort you've put into making me a serviceable broadcaster.
Well, we're glad to be able to provide the coverage. I'm only one man. I've said that before. I'm only able to do so much every single year, and this has been a month in November from Scottsbluff, Nebraska to the Denver Coliseum to Clarksville, Tennessee, and now Pueblo, Colorado, and showcasing our area athletes. Stratton will have the kickoff to begin the second half, a little onside kick right near midfield. Good job staying away from it. Did Stratton recover it?
Vaughn came out with it.
Carson Helling was right near it.
So Donald's like, how is it their ball? If it went more than 10,
it's
and
right.
this guy comes out with it.
It's right at midfield. The comment I was making there was a good job staying off the ball for the Idalia Wolves from, I believe that was Paxton Mills, that he didn't touch the ball before it got 10. Coach McConnell is still protesting as the ball is right at midfield, and Idalia's offense is out there. It will be 1st and 15. So a failed onside recovery. At the I formation, Helling will pitch back to the far side, and catcher bounces off a one tackler, spins his way forward. Justin Eisenbart will usher him to the ground after a gain of 5, 2nd and 10.
It was Vaughn Eisenbart on the collision, but he went in with shoulders and didn't go with arms, and then did not wrap up, and that allowed Hector to spin off and pick up 5.
Roderick Kite will run the play in from the far sideline. 2nd down and 10 at the Stratton 35, 22-8 lead for the Idalia Wolves. Helling under center. Snap, pitch, Hector, lead block, bounces far side, finds the corner, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
And no laundry on the field that time.
35 yards to score for Gabe Hector, his 2nd touchdown of the game. With 9:11 to go in quarter number 3.
Probably starting to say, hey, it's my turn. It's my turn, Brody. You've done quite a bit already. Let me take over for a little while.
10 carries for 118. He's over 2,000 for the year. Did that in the first quarter. Sotelo will go back to drill the PAT, and a flag, as I believe the snap was a little delayed. So they'll back it up, and he did not practice kicks from the 15. That is the 5th Idalia penalty, something we didn't talk about at halftime. 4 penalties, 30 yards. Stratton held without a penalty. That's the difference between a team who's been here 9 years in a row and a team that hadn't been here for 15 years. All down, kick up, and good. So 3 for 4 from PATs from Batella to make it 30-8. 2 plays, 40 yards, both Gabe Hector carries for Hector's 2nd score of the game.
And that puts him over 41 touchdowns on the season now, and I don't remember his career numbers there, but he's going to be knocking on records, 6-man records and state records.
Yep, we'll see Gabe Hector next year, barring any sort of change in this Idalia offense. break the six-man football rushing record. I don't know that he'll break the touchdown record.
That's a pretty big number.
That is a pretty big number, but I guess we'll do the math. We always find history. So Colby Morris, 49 seconds into the third quarter, will kick off, now leading 30-8. And Morris puts the boot into it, and it's rolled out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, or first touchback of the game, and that's where Stratton begins their first possession of the second half after running 26 plays for 97 yards in half number one.
Just did keep that one inbounds long enough to get it inside the pylon to avoid the kick out of bounds.
Horseshoes, hand grenades, and kickoffs. That's for close count. Split end far side. That will be Judson Eisenbart. Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Reese behind him. Hand off to Reese. Began the game as an end. He barrels forward for a gain of 7 on his first carry.
He is a big, strong kid, and makes sense. Give him a couple of carries. Let him do the sledgehammer work.
That's now 21 carries for 91 yards for the Stratton Eagles in the rushing game. Second down and 8. I formation. Reese is the fullback. Judson Eisenbart the tailback, and gobbled up thanks to the penetration once again of Edward Keller. The big man just takes up 2 offensive linemen and allows Helling and Kechter and Stainer to do the work from the linebacker spot. Maybe a gain of a couple on the play.
Counted out 25, so 3rd and 5, manageable and needed.
2 for 6 on third down today are the Stratton Eagles. 8 to go third quarter, trailing 30-8. 5 on the game, or on the play clock. Snap. Vaughn Eisenbart drops back to pass. Airing it down the field, and it is gobbled up, and then the ball comes loose after the interception, and it's scooped up by Judson Eisenbart. Hayden Grulinger intercepted the ball, coming across with Judson Eisenbart and drilling him after the interception. So that'll be an interception and then a fumble and a fresh possession for Stratton in Idalia territory at the 31.
You know, it may have been at any other level called down by contact that the ball came out. There's no replay here. That was close again, and we know, as you just said about close, goes Stratton's way. You've got to get some breaks.
First and 15 at the 31 of Idalia, and a dive handoff up the middle for a gain of a couple. So this counts as the second possession of the second half for Stratton after the fumble.
Yeah, Vaughn wasn't able to step into that throw that was intercepted. Pressure came right in his face, and he threw off the back foot.
Second down and 13 with 7:02 to go now in the third quarter. Still 30-8 Idalia. Vaughn Eisenbart under center. Judson Eisenbart dotting the I. Goes the handoff, now looking for the pass. He slings it into the gut of Haxton Mills. Mills pushed back, and then the ball came loose. And I believe Idalia recovered it. But do they give him forward progress?
I don't know. It sure looked like progress had been stopped. He got pushed back 5 yards into the collision.
Was Haciel Estrada that was off the bottom of that exchange with the ball. Stratton fan below saying you can't push him back 4 yards.
This side judge is moving to where forward progress would have been.
And he's the only official not involved in the conversation. As the near side official has indicated, it would be a gain of 5 on the completed pass. Now as the officials converse, it is a completed pass and then a fumble.
They're not going to have to come to the sideline to get a piece of Coach McConnell's mind. He's going to meet him out there at the stripe.
So gain of 4, fumble. And now Idalia ball. So you had an interception by Idalia that was immediately fumbled, and then a completion that forward progress appeared to have been stopped, and then a fumble. And with 6:42 to go with Idalia ball, first and 15 at their own 28-yard line, leading 30-8. Helling will go under center, split backfield behind him. Pitch goes to Kechter. Kechter zigs and zags forward to the 34, gain of 6 on the play.
Reese tripped him up just enough to get him off balance.
Backed it up to just a gain of 5, so 2nd and 10 with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. Stratton needs a pivotal stop right here. I know you've already got stopped with the fumble after the interception, but you can't afford to be down any more than 22, not to this Idalia team. Idalia wants to take complete control. Under center, Helling I formation, pitch back to Kechter. No, that's Colby Morris as the tailback. Colby Morris forward for 4.
Initially stopped for a short gain, and Helling came in from behind and just gave the pile a shove.
Kechter now back out there. Morris off, so using both backs, the junior Morris and the junior Kechter. 5.5 to go, third down for the Idalia Wolves. Idalia 2 for 3 on third down this afternoon. Split backfield. No, it will be I. Kite will go in front of Kechter. Helling under center at the 37-yard line. Take the snap, pitch on the short side to Kechter. Kechter swallowed up. Von Eisenbart ate up the defensive line and allowed Lucio Guevara to come in and get the tackle.
Wycombe got in there as well. Yeah, just one of those plays where 25 in white was a blur.
He flew to the near side and allowed the big men to just come in, and no gain for Gabe Kechter. That is the 4th play of 0 or 1 yards for Gabe Kechter this afternoon. 4:35 to go. Going for it on 4th down is Idalia, right near midfield. 4th and 4. I form Kechter dotting the I. Heller takes a snap, pitch back to Kite. They did not let the option happen. Kite fights forward for a gain of a yard, and Stratton gets a huge stop.
They have played the option well so far today. Just the one 12, 15-yard gain by Kechter in the second quarter, but they have done a great job stringing it out.
So Stratton takes over first and 15 at midfield, trailing Idalia 30-8. Herman Lumber wants you to get all the supplies you need for your next remodel at your local Ace. And the Stratton Eagles will try and find some offense going their direction. Split in, far side. Reese is the ace back behind Von Eisenbart, who's under center. Hand off to Reese, runs right into Keller. Keller takes Reese and a defense or an offensive end down with him. Edward Keller was so big there, he had to tackle both.
Yeah, I said, we looking at potential all-state players for our summer.
Stack, and he is forward for a gain of 5 is Justin Eisenbart. Bring up a third down for the Stratton Eagles with 3:22 and is Justin Eisenbart. 2 men in the backfield and is Justin Eisenbart. 2 men in the backfield. That's Reese alongside Von Eisenbart. Von rolling to his left, airs it out down the field. Ball in by Justin Eisenbart. One-handed grab, and he's put down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 21 and a first down.
Sports Center worthy grab right there. And that's that connection that family members have, cousins who played catch, probably, like I say, probably 500,000 times.
First and goal from the 13 is where they spot it. I formation. Von Eisenbart under center, picks back to Judson. Judson gets the corner, but then he immediately met and dropped after a gain of a yard. Second down and goal from the now 12. 2:16 to go and counting in the third quarter. 30-8 lead for the Idalia Wolves. They've scored once since halftime. Stratton trying to find the end zone for the first time since 2:09 to go in the first half.
That game clock just continues to roll.
Split in near side. Judson Eisenbart reads the eighth back behind Vaughn Eisenbart. Snap. Vaughn drops back, looking to pass. Pressure from Keller. Throws back and intercepted by Kite in the end zone. And he's bringing it out of the end zone up the far sideline. He's to the 20, lowers the shoulder. Finally shoved out of bounds by Vaughn Eisenbart near the 30. That is the third interception of the ball game for the Idalia Wolves, the second for Kite. And stuffed the Stratton Eagles out of the end zone.
That may have been the dagger.
That was huge. That was huge. First and 15, pick in the end zone, and Vaughn Eisenbart, I thought, threw a great ball, but Broderick Kite is a very good quarterback himself, knows exactly where the ball's going to go, so Idalia gets it back with 1:41 to go in the third. First and 15 from their own 28-yard line.
Well, and Brody's about 6'2", 6'3". That's hard to get the ball over.
Carson Helling, under center, I formation behind him. Pitch goes to Kechter. Kechter bounces, uses the Kite lead block, ushered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. So a gain of, we'll call it 8 on the play.
Just nearly squirted out of that and kept himself in bounds.
1:35 to go. Quarter number 3 of the six-man football championship game.
This holds out. Idalia wins its 9th six-man championship in 13 tries.
Split backfield this time. Morris to the left. I believe that is Colby Morris in instead of Gabe Kechter. Pitch will go to Kite. Kite flip that. No, that's Monahan. That's Monahan in the backfield that gets into Stratton territory at the 38.5. So a gain of 5 for Monahan on his first carry of the game. The third and short. And another turnover for Idalia.
I said I didn't know if Guevara would play. I haven't called his name in any game I've had all season, and here he just makes a huge play.
Second time he has forced consternation for the Idalia Wolves offensively, and he forces the fumble. So you had the interception that was immediately fumbled. That's the second turnover of the game now of this third quarter for Idalia, and Stratton takes it back at their own 26-yard line, still down 30-8.
He's staying in on offense.
Under center goes Vaughn Eisenbart, handoff to Judson Eisenbart. Judson forward for maybe 2. They are using Guevara.
Still a load.
Still a load to handle on that line. Split in near side. That's Judson Eisenbart. Final play of quarter number 3. Vaughn Eisenbart flanked to his right by Gavin Reed. Motion across. Handoff. Sweep. Blasted by Kechter.
And Keller.
Lots of 2 on the play, and that's how we end quarter number 3. Stratton trails Idalia 30-8. Idalia continuing with their tight defense. Fourth quarter next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Grow more than crops. Grow your future at NJC. Agriculture education is important to the curriculum of our school. That's why NJC has partnered with CSU to invest in agriculture education. The NE3 program lays the groundwork with well-rounded knowledge of the entire ag world. That is continued through CSU Agriculture Education's teacher preparation program in Sterling. Get your process started today by visiting njc.edu/admission. Launch your life without leaving your roots. Your future starts at NJC.
November is National Gratitude Month, a time to celebrate, give thanks, and show appreciation to others. That's why Vince's GM Center in Burlington is hosting their 3rd annual Thanksgiving event. Throughout November, Vince's will donate $100 to a local nonprofit.
For KNA-BFM.
We had the quarter number 4 back in Pueblo. It is 30-8. Idalia over Stratton, six-man football championship game, and a huge 3rd down and 14 for Stratton at their own 27-yard line. Von Eisenbart takes the snap as we get quarter number 4 underway. Pressure from Height and Monahan. He eludes both, shovels the ball underhand forward to Wycombe, who is drilled and dropped back at the original line of scrimmage by Gabe Pector. So it's a completed pass for a loss of a yard.
Fourth quarter action today is presented by Dan Brenner Ford. Browse their new and pre-owned inventory at danbrennerford.com. Dan Brenner Ford, the right car, the right truck, right now.
You would normally say this is a punt situation at your own 26, 4th and 15, but down 3 scores, I don't think this is.
No, you're playing the possession game and you won't have enough of them.
Corbin Notter, the freshman, is in with Von Eisenbart. Von Eisenbart will spread near side. Judson Eisenbart far, and Corbin Notter, the freshman, will be fielding the snap, but the play clock has expired.
They're going to, they did not get the down box switched.
The down box was still at third down, so they have to allow Stratton time to set it up. So Corbin Notter, the freshman, will be fielding the snap.
I thought maybe they'd bring
snap. He'll air it down the field, looking for Von Eisenbart. Intercepted, tiptoeing the near sideline is Gabe Pector, but 3 flags flew at Helling, who was there a couple sundials early before the ball was, for Von Eisenbart to make that catch. That'll be a pass interference and a first down.
Yeah, he was early enough that Vaughn didn't have a chance to even gather himself.
So that will move the ball with 8:57 to go in this fourth quarter into Idalia territory. Ball will be spotted up at the 39-yard line, 1st and 15.
Just barely enough for the first down.
And back as the quarterback will be Von Eisenbart, 8:37 to go. Stratton Eagles walk it to the line of scrimmage and unbalance it with the stacked ends to the far side. Under center, Vaughn. Judson pitches back to Vaughn, throws back to Judson. Gets himself down near the 30, and a flag flies in again. Has scored a gain of 8. Judson to Vaughn.
That's the end of the run. It could be a face mask.
First catch that counts if it stands for Vaughn today.
Stratton standing back behind the original stick. Penalty. Second down.
So they will replay second down, wiping clean the completed pass, but 5 yards back from the spot will actually make it 2nd and 13. So a gain of 2 yards for the Stratton Eagles on their first penalty of the game. 2nd and 13, the result. Now with just more than 8 to go in the fourth quarter. 3-man line, 3-man backfield. Snap to Vaughn, hand off to Judson. Stretch lead near side, caught from behind Judson. This time by Stainer. Gain of 4 or 5 on the play. And it will bring up a third down for the Stratton Eagles.
From planes to possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the education path for you. Learn more now and set up a tour at njc.edu.
Third down and 11. Yeah, the sun is setting directly into the end zone that Stratton is going into now, having to shield ourselves to be able to see anything. Empty backfield, up ends either side of the line. Snap to Von Eisenbart. He'll pass and drop it off to Judson Eisenbart. Gets a pop block. Worked towards the 30, but came up short of the 30, so a completion for a gain of 3. And it will be a fourth down for a second time on this drive for the Stratton Eagles. Got to go for it under 7 to go, down 22.
Had the screen set, but nobody got a block.
Split ends either side, Reese Farr, the Idalia Wolves. It ends up not costing them much of anything. They get the ball back at their own 31. Stratton really needed to capitalize on that there and just bounces around, gets drilled by Reese after a gain of 4 on the play.
I think while he was doing all that cutting, he forgot that 32 and white was lurking. Still a nice gain, though.
No Drew Fox, who exited with a what appeared to be left shoulder injury. He's not even on the sideline. We did see a brief return of Grady Spearman, but he has not played since halftime. He is still suited up and on the sideline for Stratton. 5:55 to go. Under center goes Helling, Height, and Kechter back in the backfield I formation. Pitch to Kechter. Kechter bounces free, slips as he tries to cut back in. And that's one factor in these games, Kerry, that you look at as they don't play on turf at any of these. Branson Kim's the only team in the state that plays on their own prairie.
Prairie and Levita.
So there are a few fields, but most of these schools have not played on turf this year. And it is a big factor in this ball game.
Yeah, the turf monster definitely made the tackle there, but still the opportunity to play on a surface that you don't get to in a setting you don't get to. I know there's a lot of detractors of these games at here in Pueblo, but still, it's a great experience for the kids.
Idalia is going to have to use the timeout with 4:59 to go as they didn't get the play into the huddle quick enough ahead of the 3rd down and 10. Idalia Wolves get a first down here, and this is 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah.
There's no question in my mind this is 4-down territory. So you get a first down in the next 2 plays, you're going to ice this ball game. You give the ball back to Stratton. There's still an opportunity for the Stratton Eagles to put this one away.
You're Stratton, though, you have to dig deep. You have to got to empty the tank here if there's anything left.
I think a lot of people, when they looked at 80-32 in the regular season, and you look at the numbers that both these teams have put up offensively, I don't think many people saw 30-8 with 4:59 to go in the fourth quarter coming in this game.
Even your math didn't have.
No, my math did not have. I mean, my math had 46-28, but not 30-8. I mean, we're 5 touchdowns away from my math that this one would be. And why game is played on the field and not with pens and paper. Spread in near side, that's Kechter. Kite, the lone man in the backfield ahead of the 3rd and 10. Pitch back to Kite. He'll look to pass. He tossed it downfield and dropped into the breadbasket of Gabe Kechter, but he dropped it incomplete on the first pass in this second half. And it will be 4th and 10 with the ball at the Idalia 37 for the Wolves.
You said to me, well, we were down on the field during pregame warm-up, you don't get an appreciation of how well Kite throws the ball until you're standing there field level with him. And he just threw a dart.
He did. Perfect placement, and Kechter couldn't pull it in. 4th and 10. Lining up to punt is Kite.
Nobody back.
Nobody back for Stratton. And a flag. They want the extra 5 yards. Helling will be frustrated with the 4th penalty he's been called for today, but I don't think that's a bad one because you give extra room now for Kite to try and pin Stratton inside the 10.
Especially with nobody going deep to return. You can just let the leg go.
Kite will bring it in. Does he still punt now is the question. Same formation. Gunner to the near side is Hayden Grulinger. Guevara is the nose trying to get in and create the pressure. Ball booted Bounces at the 5 and takes off and into the end zone. That'll be a touchback on the punt. The second punt of the game for Idalia, mind you. I think they punted twice all year.
But I believe, I think if you'd had the over-under on punts, it would have been 0.
0, yeah. The number of punts was 0. That was the math for Idalia there.
.443. If you can hit a quick play, you keep yourself alive.
First and 15 from their own 15 for Stratton. They'll split in near side with Austin Wycombe. Justin Eisenbart, the 8th back. Now Vaughn Eisenbart moves out to the slot. They'll throw a backwards pass to him, double down the field, looking to drop it into Gavin Reese. Double coverage there, and Reese gets it knocked away by Hayden Grulinger and Brody Kite.
And Kite still slow to his feet. Cramping.
This is, by November standards, a warm day at 49 degrees. And I think that especially for an Idalia team, when was the last time the Idalia defense was playing with 4:37 to go in the fourth quarter? Like, most of these starters are done by halftime on most of the games this year. Height dealing with some cramps. He'll come to the sideline.
Second down and 15 from the 15.
Down 3 scores. You've got to score quickly, recover, and onside to have a hope of coming back. Idalia's defense has been stalwart all day long. 8th back, stack end, pitch back to Vaughn Eisenbart. Vaughn has RPO, and he takes it himself, top from behind, and tripped down at the 23, a gain of 8 on the play for Vaughn Eisenbart.
Holden Sainer, I believe, made the tackle, caught the heel, and brought him down.
That's the 4th carry for 38 yards for Vaughn Eisenbart. He has 36 yards passing and 31 yards receiving. Split 2 now near side. Judson Eisenbart and Haxton Mills, 2-man line and 2 in the backfield. Vaughn Eisenbart airing it out near side, and a jump in and a pick. Hunter Drulinger stepped in with the interception. The 4th interception of the day for the Idalia defense.
So Hayden had 1, Hunter with 1.
And 2 for Brody Kite. And that interception is going to be all she wrote in this one. Idalia with the ball at the Stratton Eagle 23-yard line after the interception. Up 30-8 with 3 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
Kite still being stretched out on the far sideline, so Bodie Monahan in for this series.
Monahan will be end or fullback. Dave Kechter, the tailback, dotting the I, Helling under center. Helling, long snap count, pitches to Kechter, runs to the short side of the field, inside the 15, pulled down after a gain of 7.
Trying to tackle the football, you got to stand him up, and then everybody's ripping at it. But most importantly, you've got to make the tackle. You can pop the ball loose, that's great, but you don't want to be dragging on that and have him squirt loose for the touchdown.
Gabe Decker headed to the sideline. Colby Morris in. So junior freshman backfield in the I formation as Helling, the senior signal caller, goes under center. 3:10 to go, up 30-8. Snap, pitch, Morris, sweep, bounces back into the middle, inside the 10, down to the 9, gain of 4 on the play. You don't mind that you're not popping into the end zone right now if you're Idalia.
Love it. You want to keep that clock rolling. A touchdown stops it. Wanted a quick shout out to MNB Bank for making our coverage possible all season long. They've got premier checking with Bazing. You can call quick or stop by your local MNB Bank today.
Height back in there, as is Hector. Height the fullback, Hector dotting the I, 3rd down and 2. Inside the 10 for the Idalia Wolves. 25 and counting to go. Pitch to Catcher. Catcher gets the first down, but by a half yard. And it will be the fourth first down of the game for Idalia and make it first and goal with 2:18 to go. Stratton still has all three of their timeouts, but it appears that Coach McConnell will not be using them. And math-wise, they don't have to score here.
No.
Idalia Wolves will come out with Helling under center. Hector dotting the I. Helling with the snap, the pitch to Kite, option to Hector. Stretches it in for a touchdown. That's the exclamation point on the 2025 six-man football championship from 6 yards out. The third score of the day for Gabe Hector. It's now 36-8.
First time today that Stratton did not defend the option well. Nobody on the pitch man.
And the Wolves will kick the PAT after their second touchdown in this second half. Ball down, kick up. It's good.
And good.
You've got a full extra touchdown and PAT from your kicking game to make it 38-8. And after the fourth interception of the ball game, the Idalia Wolves put the exclamation point on this one. 1:49 to go. Stratton will take the ball back. Stratton played a hell of a game.
They did. They really did. Just, you wonder how things would have changed without injuries, but you can't play the what if game. The what if game always wins.
Yeah, what if game is always going to be, well, if this would have happened, then you would have seen whatever else maybe happened, but you also wouldn't have seen Judson Eisenbart have the day that he's had. He's back to return the Morris kick, which he'll field at his own 5-yard line. Judson will sidestep out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Met there by Bodie Monahan.
1:45 to go before the Idalia Wolves are crowned 2025 state champions and cap off the undefeated season.
You can call Gordon Insurance at 719-765-4614 or 719-892-0962 today. Really, we have to give a big shout out to all of our fabulous sponsors, not just for today, but what they've allowed us to do throughout the year.
Absolutely, and stay tuned. We have a post-game show, and make sure you like KNAB Sports on Facebook and Eastern Plains Sports Network on Instagram, as we'll have post-game interviews as well. Von Eisenbart eludes a man and throws a stiff arm, and down the field he's intercepted again. Hayden Drulinger one-on-one with Hackton Mills. Comes up with his second pick of the game and Idalia's fifth interception. Good God.
Did not see that coming today.
Every time I talked to Toby Kecker this year, he said, I just don't know what happens when my defense gets tested. Well, they got tested today, and they responded 5 interceptions and a fumble recovery.
You're going to win a lot of games that way when your defense plays that well.
And the Idalia Wolves starters will exit.
Same for Strat.
To the applause of both of their fan bases. This one will be put to bed in the final 134 here for the six-man season in 2025, 38-8.
Stratton will finish the year still with 10 championship trophy in their trophy case. And another runner-up, which is not too shabby.
Beckett Kite, the quarterback under center. He takes the snap, and he will pitch back. And the Idalia Wolves will have Jace Morris, the sophomore, spun forward for a gain of 5. 1:20 remaining. Second down and 10. Stratton Eagle defense has done their job today. They made Idalia work for every play in this one. And after the game started with a 60-yard touchdown run on the very first play.
It felt like the boats were about to get sent out.
They have done a phenomenal job. Tight under center once again. He will pitch this time to Bodie Monahan. Monahan pops free and fights forward, and he got a first down for Idalia.
That is the first half. It's like the next in the long line of studs at Idalia.
One more play with 1st and 15 at the 35 for Idalia. The Idalia will shuffle backfield once again, and now quarterback is Grady Lengel, the sophomore. He takes the snap and he pitches, ball on the ground, picked back up for the Idalia Wolves. Gobbled up and dropped is Logan Drulinger, and the final 10 seconds run off the clock. The Idalia Wolves cap off an unblemished 2025 season. Coach Toby Kechter doused with ice water, 38-8. The Idalia Wolves are your 2025 state champions.
First championship since 2010 for Idalia.
Stratton Eagles and the Idalia Wolves will meet at midfield. We'll take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, post-game show next. Idalia beats Stratton 38-8 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
There you have it, Idalia, your 2025 six-man state football champions. Final score 38-8 over Stratton. A second half that saw only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, both teams definitely came out and just played defense and, took control, multiple turnovers, and both teams definitely, just playing really good defense. So, and it showed, and both teams were trying to make sure they secured either the state championship or trying to come back. So a lot of teams going for the, trying to get the turnovers, and you saw plenty of that.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Idalia. They'll finish the year 14-0. A great season by the Wolves. They came in. Everybody thought that it'd be a blowout. I mean, would you consider this a blowout?
I would not. I would say Stratton played extremely tough. I felt like Stratton played physical. They played tough. They matched a lot of what Idalia was trying to do, and I think Stratton made this a much, much closer, much tougher game than I think a lot of people thought. I think a lot of people saw, oh, look what Idalia did to Stratton the first time. But this was a competitive game. Both teams played tough to the end. You only saw the backups come in there that last drive just to avoid injuries. And, just I would say Stratton played extremely well in the game.
And we heard Ben and Carey talk about it throughout that pregame that Stratton will move up to 8-man. So this is their final 6-man contest. You have any idea how they're going to look in 8-man football next year?
I don't. I'm interested to see how they do next year. I'm sure they're going to, if there's a team they're going to model themselves after, because I don't think they don't got like the big, they have some big kids, but they'll probably model themselves a lot after Haxton up north of them. And, they played 8-man for a few years. They have quite a few 8-man state championships. Former coach Greg King, did really good with them when he coached them, and he won a lot of state championships with them and down in 8-man. And I'm sure they'll just transition extremely well and be that competitive team. They're playing in one of the toughest leagues. They'll move into the Plains League, replacing Dayspring Christian next year. So, they'll be competitive. And this Idalia team, I don't want to play them again next year either. They're loaded to the max next year too.
Absolutely are. So congratulations to Stratton on a great season. Congratulations to Idalia, the 6-man state champions. It's their first state championship in 15 years.
Yeah, and it looks like they're giving Gabe Kechter the Player of the Game award. That's what they just gave out, and getting ready to hand out the banners. And just a big congrats to this Idalia team. Yeah, 15 years drought snapped. Been building Kechter's freshman year, they started showing signs. Last year, they put Cheyenne Wells. I think that they nearly had Cheyenne Wells defeated last year. And, Cheyenne Wells in the winning state championships. You knew it was only a matter of time before this Idalia team made the big jump, and they did it.
So we have another big one coming up. We're going to call it the Plains, like what Ben called it, the Plains League Championship, because it's Akron and Haxton coming next.
Yeah, that's going to be, I was excited for this game, but man, I was excited for the next game. That next game is going to be a good one. Both teams play very tough, very physical. I'm super excited for the 8-man state championship game. And this one was a good one too. I definitely think lived up to the hype of a state championship game for sure. And it was a fun one.
Absolutely. Hey, we'll have your pregame coming up in about half an hour for that one. Then we'll get you to Ben and Carrie as they'll get you your pregame for Akron and Haxton. They met up earlier in the year, and Haxton beat up on them.
No, Akron beat Haxton, yeah, and that was kind of a surprise. I think a lot of people had Haxton winning it, and I'm sure we'll go through more in depth on that before the pregame show, before Ben and Carrie get their pregame show off. We're just bringing you as much coverage as we can, that's for sure.
Yes. We got basically, if you think about it, three different entities, three different networks bringing you coverage of the state championships. We'll be back tomorrow as well for the 1A and 2A. Those are going to be some exciting games.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this whole weekend. I've just been super excited, and they just handed the trophy over to Idalia, and the small senior class, I think only 3 seniors for Idalia, so watch out for them next year too.
Absolutely. Congratulations once again to the Wolves on the 6-man state championship. Hey, folks, we'll be back with you in about half an hour for the pregame of the 8-man state championship. Akron and Haxton, number 1 versus number 2. They're going to do it again, and we'll have coverage, that complete coverage, including Ben and Carrie's call. Coming up next, part of R&M Broadcasting and Mile High Prep Reports coverage of the football state championships here at the Thunderbowl.